offense for West Virginia, more specifically this offensive line, is the strength of their football team. Can't wait to see how this defensive line for the Sooners comes out of the gate. Really need them to play well tonight. Let's see what they got.
The Palace sparkling under the lights as the nervous energy and pressure of this one hangs heavy in the air at kickoff. It's the games in November we remember. Here we go. Sooners go right to left here in quarter number one. Zach Schmidt will boot it away. Preston Fox deep to receive. Mountaineers in all white. They call these their stormtrooper uniforms. White jerseys, white pants, white helmets. Blue numerals front and back. And the blue WV logo, or State of West Virginia logo on the sides. We are awaiting the official go. The Palace is packed. Sold out crowd here at Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium for the 151st consecutive time. 85,000 raise index finger to the sky. Schmidt points left, points right, approaches the football, total leather, and we are underway in prime time on a Saturday night. It'll sail through the end zone, bouncing on the L in Oklahoma. It's a touchback, and the Mountaineers will start at the 25. The quarterback is the diminutive junior Garrett Green from Tallahassee, Florida. He can fly. Had a good game against OU last year in relief. He's the son of former Major League Baseball catcher Charlie Green. Danny Stutzman and Kip Lewis start at linebacker for OU. Robert Spears Jennings on the back end of the defense. Out of the shotgun, Green with Donaldson to his left. Man in motion is Carter. Snap, handoff Carter, reverse flip, comes back near side. It's being chased. That's Horton outside, got to the line of scrimmage, and chased down after a short gain of 3. Sooners defended the trick play well.
A really good job there, Kip Lewis. You see that speed. Even though he didn't make the play there, it took a long time for them to turn the corner there before they could get going north and south. Buy time for everyone else in the secondary to get back over there in position to make a play.
They spotted at the 29, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. 2 wides, 2 tights. Green in the shotgun, waiting for the football from Zach Frazier. He's got it. Handoff Donaldson, runs left, first down, finds a hole over the left side. Carries it past the 35 to the 37. That's an 8-yard pickup.
That's too much. One back power here, just pull the guard around. Just hit it up inside. We've got to be better with our fits there. We're on the wrong side of some blocks.
Mountaineers go a little tempo here. They go 4 wide. Green to throw for the first time. Does. Far side, high pass, but a leaping catch made by Preston Fox out near the 45. They'll say 46. 9-yard pitch and catch will set up 2nd and 1.
And just waist down territory here, middle of the field. They got a huge chunk there on first down. And I know Coach Venables down there probably going to be really conservative on this play call so you don't get anything behind you on a hard play action.
The speedy Jaheim White checks in at running back, 5'7" freshman from Dallas. They got bunch tight ends to the right. Now one of them shifts, Taylor to the left on 2nd and 1. Snap to Green, handoff White, sweeping left, gets stacked up, cuts it back, wrapped up, thrown down, no gain. Might have lost a yard. Danny Stutzman, welcome back. 3rd down.
Nice play there by Stutzman, just kind of feeding off of that defensive line, trying to see where that gap is going to hit. Starts way outside, then he just feels the cutback and comes back with the running back and makes the play.
Extra offensive lineman here for West Virginia, Nick Malone. 3rd and let's call it 2. Chance to get off the field here. Ball at the 45-yard line in Mountaineer territory. Wide receiver in motion, snap. They hand it to him. Sweeping right's got the first down. Diving across the 47. Needed 2, got 3. That's Preston Fox on the jet sweep.
That's tough. Everyone's piled in there in the box, expecting maybe a downhill run and play, and they hand it, try and get outside of you. Good job by Stutzman getting over there, making a nice physical tackle. And Bowman spiked it, came downhill right away, and forced the cutback there just enough to get the first down.
How does Danny's mobility look, Ted?
He looks great to me so far. Now, there's going to be adrenaline going on this first series, and when it's done, you go sit on the bench. That's when you really find out how you feel.
Compact 5 wide. Now they shift out of it. Donaldson back into the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 48. Play action. Green to throw. Does deep across the middle. He got a man in Sooner territory all the way down to the 20-yard line. Devin Carter. A beautiful touch pass by Garrett Green.
No pressure there on the quarterback. You know, they run the deep crossers. They love the deep crossers, and this is almost like a fake cross, and then they run the sail. Looks like he's going to run a deep crosser and then comes back out to the sideline. Garrett Green puts it right on him.
32 yards all the way to the 20. Mountaineers opening possession. The Sooners gave up points on their opening defensive possession for the first time all season last week. Inside, Ray makes the catch at the 20. Flag is down as he carries it on the tunnel screen to the 13 for a gain of 7. But let's see what this flag is. First penalty flag on the turf tonight. We've got 11:25 to go first quarter. Conversation taking place. Kevin Marr's group coming together. 5 of them chatting now. 5 referees.
So Kip Lewis, you know, he looked like he was on a delayed blitz, like maybe he's a spy guy.
For offensive pass interference, the ball was caught at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
I think they're questioning whether or not the offensive line or whoever was blocking downfield if he caught that ball past the line of scrimmage, but I have not seen the replay. That's pretty typically how it's done.
So it's a 7-yard pickup down to the 13. Garrett Green starts 3 for 3 on the night. Donaldson a wideout, 5 wide here. Now he'll come back into the backfield next to Green. Tight end in motion. Handoff Donaldson over the left side, runs into the pile, breaks a tackle, and he'll score. He ran over the pile, and C.J. Donaldson, a 13-yard touchdown run, and the Mountaineers take the lead.
One back power, we got no one home. You know, the tight end goes in motion and then leads it, and the guard comes around behind him, and they just blow the whole thing out there, and there's no one left on the second level to come up and support. I don't know what side that we're supposed to be on those pullers up in front, but you know, we've got something messed up here in our run fits early on. We got to get it sorted out.
Michael Hayes, the kicker, on to try the extra point. That was an exactly 4-minute drive. The snap is back, and the kick is away and good. So for the second consecutive week, the defense gives up a touchdown on the opening possession after not giving up any points on the opening possession in the first 8 games. 7-0 Mountaineers. Break on the field. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by OG&E. We energize life.
The Sooners the defense has to figure out some of the issues there that they're having with the run fits, and they have to make Garrett Green more uncomfortable. Run game was working. Garrett Green was comfortable in the pocket, delivering accurate footballs. They've got to make some adjustments. If that's how it's going to go all night, it could be a long night for the defense. But I'm confident that Venables and Roof, they'll make the necessary adjustments.
All right, Sooners' chance to answer here. Oklahoma has been good on their opening possessions this year. 5 touchdowns, 3 punts. They have thrown 1 interception, so they've scored on 5 of their 9. Jalil Farouk deep. Sooners going right to left. That's south to north in the first. Mountaineers to kick it away, and there's the boot. It's a good one headed toward Jalil. He'll let it sail over his head for a touchback. Sooner football brought to you by Frito-Lay. Whether you're home gating or tailgating for the OU game, make a winning play with Tostitos chips. Tostitos packs the crunch for a touchdown in taste. Dylan Gabriel set to take the field, and he does so with Drake Stoops, Gavin Sawchuk at running back, Austin Stogner tight end, Farouk and Anderson the wideouts from the 25. Gabriel sends Sawchuk out. Now it's an empty backfield. DG's got it, going to throw. Blitz comes, flies it out to the right, and he short-hopped it to Drake Stoops. Little 10-yard pattern, and Drake was there, but the pass was short, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good protection there, too. They're bringing an all-out pressure on us, man-to-man, challenging our wide receivers. This is what we've seen over the past couple of weeks, people challenging us coming up tight to the line of scrimmage.
5 wide again on 2nd and 10. Gabriel to throw again, does near side, zings it in there. That's caught by Anderson across the 40. He's out to the 43, stood up, tackled at the 44-yard line. Nick Anderson, a rare non-touchdown, but it's a first down, 19 yards.
Good patience there by Dylan Gabriel. Good protection, just a 3-man rush, patient.
Sooners go quickly. Sawchuk in the backfield now. There's the snap. Handoff Sawchuk. First carry over the left side. Hit at the 45. Can't get away. It's a gain of 1.
That's one where you see it's one-on-one. He's coming outside. He's got a good angle. You know the defender's coming from depth. That's where you need to stick the toe in the ground, make him fly by, and you're off to a really long run there.
2nd and 9. Gabriel to throw this time. The blitz is picked up momentarily. Now he's pressured. Now he gets away. Flush left, lob downfield. Stogner caught it, and he's up into the Mountaineer territory. What a play by Gabriel.
Really nice by DG. Back, Sawchuk misses the block there on the pressure, and Dylan Gabriel finds a way to escape. Runs a little circle there in the backfield, then finds Stogner on the sideline.
Guys, Stogner took a huge shot to the thigh there. Pretty significant limp over here on the sideline. We'll keep an eye on him, but
that's what happened when he heard it all the way back against Kansas.
It was Beanie Bishop that hit him. 32-yard line's where they spot it. Handoff over the left side. Sawchuk to the 25. Makes a cut to the 20. It's a race. 10-5. Tripped up with the 2. Sawchuk all the way to the 2. It'll be first and goal.
Blocked up nicely. Offensive line. We got a hat on a hat there in the box, and then Sawchuk's off to the races, and good job by Nick Anderson on coming in on the safety.
Sooners in the Delta Dental red zone. First and goal from the 2. Man in motion right to left. Handoff Sawchuk, hit in the backfield and dropped for no gain. They collapsed from the ends there. It'll be 2nd and goal. Lee Koba in on the tackle. Stogner back in. That's good to see. It was a 23-yard pass to Stogner that got him into West Virginia territory. 30-yard run by Sawchuk put him at the 2. Now Tawi Walker in for the first time. Gabriel under center. 2nd and goal, play action, rolling left, looking to throw, still looking, lobs late, incomplete. Oh, he had him back line of the end zone. He had Stogner, and he missed him wide right.
Well, I don't know if he had a block in his vision with some defenders in the way, but Stogner was running the end line of the end zone the whole time. Just don't know if Dylan Gabriel could see through all those bodies to get it to him, but that's going to be one he's frustrated with there.
3rd and goal. Ball on the left hash. They go trips right. Walker on the right hip of Gabriel. Man in motion right to left. That's Anderson. Snap. Running left. DG cuts it up. Touchdown. Dylan Gabriel. Touchdown.
Really nice block there by Tawi, leading the way, just pulling a guard around and leading up in there with Tawi Walker. You got an extra gap available there when the quarterback's keeping the ball down on the goal line. Makes it incredibly difficult. We're strong and physical there at the point of attack.
That is the 9th touchdown run of the year for Dylan Gabriel. And the Sooners answer back the opening touchdown drive of West Virginia with one of their own. Zach Schmidt on to try to tie it with 8:27 to go first quarter. Snap good, hold down, kick is away, and it is good. And Zach Schmidt now 101 for 101 in PATs in his career. Down run, make it home safe, Oklahoma. That's from the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. Let's quickly toss it down to Chris.
Just, Gabe, I wanted to get your thoughts on how it looked on the right side of the line for the Sooners with the new right tackle.
yeah, Jacob Sexton doing a nice job up to this point, and it's an interesting challenge for him. They are old and experienced at the defensive end position, but really liked what I saw from him on that opening drive.
Fair catch called for in the end zone by Preston Fox. Again, the Mountaineers will start on the 25.
And we'll be keeping an eye here on the sideline, guys. Both a little dust up after the play. We did not see Deshaun McCullough, nor did we see Gentry Williams in that first drive. Kind of keep an eye on what their participation looks like the rest of this game.
All right. So touchdown match by touchdown. Let's see if the Sooner defense can fare better on the second possession here. Garrett Green will start this drive with 3 wide receivers. Donaldson, the touchdown maker at running back. And the LSU transfer, Cole Taylor, is their tight end. He's on the right end of the line. Garrett Green, 3 for 3 passing early. Man in motion, left to right. Green's got it. Jet sweep handoff to Gallagher. Stacked up, but he gets it outside, finds a hole, takes it to the 29. 4 or 5 yards on that first down carry by the wide receiver, Rodney Gallagher.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, they get it going laterally. They're so good in the box with the running game. Whenever they extend it to the outside, you've got to get out there and fit it as well as the backers, and you just end up so flat. It's hard to have any punch right there at the point of attack, and they pick up 5 yards on you.
Jacob Lacey checks in on that OU defensive line on 2nd and 6. Mountaineers shift. 3 wide receivers set, and somebody jumped. A Mountaineer came up early.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's the first penalty on either team tonight. It's on right tackle Doug Nestor.
That's a big one. This is what you want. Get West Virginia, Garrett Green off schedule. That second long is way different than second 5. They can do the entire playbook on second 5.
Halfway through the first quarter, game tied at 7. 2nd and 11, handoff Donaldson, running left, nowhere to go, wrapped up, dropped for a loss. Nothing but anthracite there, back at the 23. It's a loss of 1.
Well, you can see how important down and distance is, and that's why I've said that first down, I think, is going to be the most important down in this game to get West Virginia off schedule. Get them in some personnel groupings and some packages that they don't necessarily want to be in with Garrett Green at the helm.
We got an injured Mountaineer. This is Brandon Yates, their right guard. The right tackle, Doug Nestor, just coming back from injury, and now the right guard, Yates, is down. And he is banging his feet on the turf as if he's in some significant pain. Free break. Jaquay Hubbard now in at right guard for West Virginia.
You got to watch Garrett Green here at the quarterback, try and get him something designed, possibly conservative play call.
In the shotgun, Green's got the football. He's going to throw. Deep shot, far side, incomplete. Nobody there. Nobody within 10 yards of that pass.
Confused him there, definitely. Kind of a zone blitz.
Yeah. Had a bunch of guys lined up there at the line of scrimmage, not sure who's coming, who's dropping out, and got a good ad late there. I think maybe it was Kip Lewis adding late. A little bit of pressure there on him. It's good stuff. Good series.
Hey, Teddy, Coach, take us through that adjustment process. Like early in a game, a team shows you stuff you haven't seen. You come back to the sidelines. What all happens there?
Yeah, right, Teddy. You have it on tablet. They gave us this formation, that formation, one we haven't seen before. You know, just to make sure everybody's lined up properly. They do a lot of shifting. So, you know, all of that. And usually in the early couple series, any new plays they have, you see them then, and then you diagnose what they're doing. You talk about it, and usually you can settle down and play. You still got to get off blocks and tackle people, right, Teddy?
Yeah, they're usually just going to find maybe a way that you have adjusted to things in the past and really just present the same play in a different, a different box for you that you're going to have to fit it a little bit different. Maybe the second level, things have changed.
45-yard punt, fair catch. Sooners take it at the 35. First down, handoff, Sawchuk up the middle, runs into a pile, bounces off of it outside, piece to the 40, 45, breaks the tackle 50, into Mountaineer territory and out of bounds. What a run by Sawchuk.
Sorry, that wasn't real professional.
I love it.
I thought I was in my own box.
That's great. And nice patience there. He just kind of fit it up, and you saw that some guys, trying to come downhill, and the mess there got out of gap.
Sawchuk again bounces right, 35-yard line, down to the 33. That's 8 more yards. Back-to-back runs by Gavin Sawchuk. A 24-yarder and an 8-yarder. 2nd and 2. Quick snap. Gabriel to throw this time. Has a pocket deep down the middle, and it's incomplete. Nobody there.
He had to check down to Sawchuk. No one around him.
It'll be 3rd and 2 from the Mountaineer 33. Game tied.
And I say that from up here in the box where it's easy to see. When you got all those monsters chasing you, that's not the easiest, believe me.
The check down could be the hardest one to find in all that mess right there.
And he was looking at the different people downfield. I get it. So
empty set here on 3rd and 2. Just DG in the backfield from the 33. Potential 4-down territory if they don't get it. Quick throw, slant. Drake caught it, first down. Of course he did. He had 12 of them last week, and his first catch tonight moves the chains.
Nifty little route there in the slot, finding a little bit of space, and Dylan Gabriel trusting him to make that play. That's a tight window and makes that competitive catch.
And he threw a great ball right where he could get it.
First down's brought to you by Paycom. DG keeps it up the middle, 25 to the 20, cuts near side, he's to the 15.
Don't you love it, DG, right there, not sliding?
Yeah.
He didn't know if he had the first down or not, so he just went for it.
Put a little stutter on there about halfway through. And
Yeah, good for him. Still avoids a big hit by getting down, but not sliding.
13-yard run. Watch out behind you, and he's sacked. DG, at the last second, fortunately, saw Sean Martin over his shoulder and protected the football. But he takes the sack back to the 21.
Guyton's out and Sexton's out there, and I don't know if he thought maybe he had a guard on the inside of him, but
Yeah, it's only a three-man rush. You got to be able to protect that.
7-yard loss, so 2nd and 17, back to the 21. Snap, Gabriel. Handoff, Sawchuk, right side to the 20. Hit hard, but he's down to the 15. Got 6 of the yards back. 3rd and 11.
good patience there by Sawchuk. And, you know, he just hadn't played a whole lot of football, and he's looking like the more carries he gets, the more comfortable he is, the pace he understands a little bit better, setting those blocks up in front of him.
He's getting in the rhythm.
Yep.
Anderson in motion left to right, trips out to the right now, 3rd and 11. They bring everybody, throw to the end zone. Low catch made, just shy of the end zone by Nick Anderson at the 1.
Nice catch. A little bit of a low throw down on his shin, but he went down and got it.
They've spotted at the 3. 1st and goal. Sooners go quick. Sawchuk up the middle, again hit hard. No gain.
Actually, it's just on his hip. I thought it was lower than it was.
I was looked up at the replay. It's a good job by Dylan Gabriel with his eyes looking off the safety on the backside and then coming and throwing it.
Put it right on his hip.
2nd and goal from the 2. 3:40 to go first quarter. Game tied at 7. Sooners looking for their first lead of the night. 3 wide receivers set. Tight end right, Stogner. Now they tighten it up, and Stog moves to the left end of the line. Gabriel sends wide out in motion. DG's got it. Looks right. Throws right. Incomplete. Through the hands of Farouk. 3rd and goal.
Well, it never looked like it got set up the right way there on that route scheme, trying to get a little pick going or a rub there.
It got there in straight man, and they either comboed it and passed it off, right? Even if he'd have caught it, he wasn't getting anything.
Now the Sooners are 3 for 3 on 3rd down so far tonight. Last time in this exact same spot, Gabriel ran it in. Let's see what they do here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They go 5 wides.
Straight man-to-man across the board.
Stogner motion right to left. DG runs right side, powers his way into the end zone again. Dylan Gabriel, touchdown.
That's a good job by the offensive line right there. That's nothing.
Because they had a loaded box.
Yeah.
They were straight man-to-man. They were playing for the quarterback draw, and he still got it.
Yeah, that right side just plows them out of the way.
Coach, that's 10 touchdown runs now for Dylan Gabriel this year.
He does a heck of a job. I think the guy's great. He's done a great job, and he's invested, and that's two runs for touchdowns. He's doing a really good job.
Extra point try here. Zach Schmidt. Kick is away, and it's good. 3:16 to go first quarter. Sooners 14, Mountaineers 7. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Sooners to kick it away. They lead at 14-7. Preston Fox deep. So far, Zach Schmidt, 2 kickoffs, 2 touchbacks. He boots this one. High driving kick again. It'll be a 3rd straight touchback. And the Mountaineers start on the 25.
We got our guy Logie going out there getting the tee.
He's slowing down. He used to be at a full sprint. I don't know what's going on.
Logie's the best. What a wonderful young man.
He is.
Although he's not as young as he used to be now.
When did he start?
He's been with us for years.
As long as I can remember. Kobe McKenzie out there, Ted. Mason Thomas. It's Kobe McKenzie and Kip Lewis at linebacker, so Stutzman getting a little bit of a rest here. From the 25, left to right, Mountaineers shift. 2 wides, receivers right, 1 left. Green in the shotgun, back to pass. Has a pocket, deep shot down the middle. He overthrew his man, way overthrew E.J. Horton.
Covered well, though.
Yeah.
That was
maybe
Woody,
a throwaway. Yeah, he probably saw him in phase there and just threw it past him. Trying to get us on first down, maybe being too aggressive against the run. Saw a coverage there and just trying to get you on the back end, but really good job.
My eyes aren't so young. Was that Woody Washington on the coverage?
I think so. Is that right?
I can't see.
It's hard to see those numbers.
I can't see these numbers.
These uniforms make it
looks
tough.
like the way he runs and walks, though. Good coverage.
2nd and 10. Traylon Ray in motion, circles behind the quarterback. Handoff sweeping right. Jaheim White nowhere to go. Lost yards. Tackle for loss.
This is great. Try that stretch play. This is why I love Kip Lewis. He is decisive. Whenever he decides to go, he's coming downhill in a hurry, and he hits that gap there. Maybe doesn't get the full tackle, but he creates it by cutting off all the penetration there.
Snap on 3rd and 11. Green to throw under pressure. Flush to the left. Being chased. Lobs deep downfield. He threw it away. Incomplete.
Well, we barely got off the field on that substitution, or it would have been illegal substitution.
And it's a 3 and out. So after West Virginia goes 75 yards on the opening possession, Coach, back-to-back punts.
That's great. We're kind of lucky. We had him running on the run. He had a guy open right in the middle of the field, and he couldn't find him, which that's what pressure does.
2:39 to go first quarter. Sooners 14, Mountaineers 7. Gavin Freeman awaits on his own 35. And there's the boot. It was nearly blocked. High hanger. Freeman fair catch called for, and he got hit by his own man. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Mountaineers. Gavin Freeman got ran into by his own man. Muffed the punt, and the Mountaineers have recovered at the OU 33-yard line.
I think he missed it before.
What's that?
It looked like he dropped it before he got hit.
Recovered by the kicking team. First down, West Virginia.
But there's no doubt that he felt
those guys that are out on the edge, those guys that are down there early, have to always kind of look, peek, let the guy go, get out of the way.
Jared Bartlett recovers.
You're right, Ted. He did kind of bounce off him, but
I think he
saw everything coming at him.
Crowd booing. They felt like Kenai Walker was pushed into Gavin Freeman. But we're not going to have a review here. First down, handoff. Donaldson got the corner to the 30. Banged out of bounds there after a gain of 3.
That isn't something you do review.
Yeah.
They just got to be aware and give up on the block at some point.
2nd and 7 at the Sooner 30.
People wonder how many times I went punt safe, Teddy.
Yeah.
Reasons like that.
Yeah.
Just get the ball back.
Minutes to go first quarter. Chance here for the Mountaineers after the fumble to tie it up.
We had nobody adjusting out with them.
Man in motion. Carter went out to the left. Mountaineers now hit the pause button. They got 3 to snap it. Green back into the gun. Crowd gets louder with 1. Got it off just in time. Green will run it himself right side. Looked like a busted play. He slides down at the 28 after a gain of 2.
He slides down at the
3rd down and 5 upcoming.
They try this play quite a bit where, they'll toss it. They'll do the toss and try and outflank you there, but they're really just trying to get those backers to flow really fast out of there and then take it up in the middle with Garrett Green.
They're in long field goal range here with 1:15
we're not
to go.
aligned properly. There we go. They're adjusting now.
3rd down and 5 from the Sooner 28. Crowd trying to make it difficult on the Mountaineer offense. Green runs it himself. Quarterback draw up the middle. He got smashed. Hit hard.
2-yard loss.
Kip Lewis and Danny Stutzman planted him for a 2-yard loss at the 30.
Boy, we got a twist game going there. The defensive tackle up the field and then the end coming in behind, and they didn't block it up. Just a great play call there with the defensive line right into that draw.
They're going to try the field goal.
Let's have the wind pick up right here a little bit, right? From the south.
It'll be a 48-yard try from the right hash. Career long for Michael Hayes, 49. He has made 9 straight, though. 12 for 13 this year. The kick is away, and he pulled it left. He missed it.
You jinxed him.
That's my job.
That was intentional, Toby.
That's my job.
That was intentional.
How about the defense there, though? You muff a punt, and they go out and force the stop, force a missed field goal. No harm, no foul. They bailed you out on that one.
That's a great stop defensively.
They've done that a few times the last 3 weeks, Teddy.
What's that, 6 straight plays there? Was that the 3 and out, punt, muff, and then
3 and out again? Well, 3 and a field goal.
Yep.
It was a long field goal, too.
So with 14 seconds to go in the quarter, the Sooners get the ball back at their own 30, leading still 14-7. Sawchuk, the back. He's left of Gabriel. 4 wide receivers. DG, pitch. Sawchuk running left. Stiff arm and out of bounds at the 32. He only got 2 there.
I like that wrinkle, though. You know, we go that GT counter where you pull the guard and the tackle across the formation. They kind of just fake it. The guard and tackle pull, but we run the flip play trying to get them to overrun those pullers and find the edge there. Get a couple of yards, but I like that concept.
And that's it for an entertaining first quarter. As always, our segment with Coach Stoops presented by Rock and Roll Tequila. Beginning this season, fans can enjoy a Rock and Roll Big Game Bob Margarita in the club levels. What do you think so far, Gabe?
I really like what we've seen from the offense so far, and offensive line holding up really well. And Dylan Gabriel, I just like the edge he's playing with. He's got that attitude back. Been missing the last couple weeks. He looks fantastic.
It's 4 of 8 passing so far, but he does have the 2 touchdown runs. He's going to throw it here. Down the middle, he's got a man wide open. 45-40. Anderson in the clear. 30, 25-20. Ankles left. 15, 10. Tackled inside the 10. Another big play for Nick Anderson.
What's that, Gabe? Is that just like a bang 8 little skinny post there in front of the safety?
Just
the
runs right across his face. What a ball.
He leads the nation in yards per catch, and that was a 63-yarder. On the first down snap from the 5, Gabriel runs it himself for no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of quarterback run game as we get down into the tight red zone. I think that's a good thing. You know, you just continue to put it in there, and that opens up a lot of other things. When you know they're going to run the quarterback, those safeties and second-level guys have to tighten up.
Gabriel to throw this time. Looks right, throws right. Little bit too high for Drake. Oh, he had him on the near pylon, sailed it a bit.
Misses Drake and drills Creed Humphrey right in the shin. So good.
We can't be hurting Creed.
Well, there's no way he even felt that.
3rd and goal from the 5. Sooners in the red zone, brought to you by Delta Dental of Oklahoma, the state's leading provider of dental benefits. They scored on 3rd and goal twice in the first quarter. From the 5 this time. Gabriel looks right, throws, slant pattern, batted in the air, incomplete. Looking for Farouk. And couldn't connect.
Maybe a little behind him there. It's hard to see from this angle if he's able to get it out in front.
And they'll settle for a field goal try after the 63-yarder took the ball to the 5-yard line. They couldn't move it from there. So Zach Schmidt on to try a short one, a 23-yarder. 13:58 to go till halftime. This would give the Sooners their first 2-score lead of the night, if successful. Schmidt, 10 of 15 on the year. Snap back, hold down. Kick is away, and it is good. 23-yarder good for Zach Schmidt. And the Sooners have now scored on all 3 offensive possessions tonight. Our new score, Oklahoma 17 and West Virginia 7. Nick Anderson, the big 63-yard catch on that drive. Drive summaries brought to you by the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. Make it home safe, Oklahoma. Schmidt approaches the football. Preston Fox deep. This one's high, shorter, returnable. Box up to take it at the 4, bobbles it, picks it up at the 10. 15, runs left 20, watch out. Comes near side, it's a race to the 30. 35-yard line, good ankle, good tackle. Billy Bowman chased him down. That could have gotten away from him. Fox had room to run, but he chased him down at the 38.
I thought that was Owen Heineke maybe had a shot at him. It's so difficult, though, to redirect on kickoff. It's hard to make that open tackle because you got two guys going full speed at one another. When that the guy running the football makes a cut, you can almost never redirect quick enough. Good job by Billy Bowman cleaning it up, though, and making the touchdown-saving tackle.
From the 38, Mountaineers now going right to left second quarter, trailing by 10. Jaheim White in at running back. They hand him the football. Runs over the right side of the 40, trips his way through a hole out to the 45. He got 8. Peyton Bowen up to make the tackle. Make it a 7-yard run.
Not very clean. And again, I can't stress the importance of first down enough. Now they've got 2nd and 3, and you can see them scrambling like they've got a scripted play here.
Handoff again. White over the left side, folded up. 47. That's a yard shy of the first down marker. And it looks like an injured Sooner is Woody Washington.
Knee or ankle.
3rd and 1 upcoming. It's Makari Vickers, 6, not 5. That is the injured Sooner, Makari Vickers. Dos Equis, Rib Crib, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Pop, Coop Ale Works, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. 17-7 Sooners, 13:07 to go. Gabe, they took Makari Vickers off.
Yeah, and was in a lot of pain, was not able to get off the field under his own power, had one arm around one athletic trainer and the other around another. So we'll give you guys any update we get on Makari, but didn't look good as he came off the field.
Samuel Omasigo on the field here on 3rd and 1. Mountaineers just 1 for 4 on 3rd down so far tonight. This is 3rd and short.
Got to watch for boot here. Something, use your aggressiveness to over-pursue and go back the other direction.
7-man offensive line here. Compact formation. Handoff over the right side. Donaldson didn't get there. Danny Stutzman, sit down. 1-yard loss.
Almost looked like we had Mike Backer just hitting a gap right up the middle there. Maybe he's just reacted, sorts his way through there on the replay. Pretty good play by Stutzman.
They're going to go for it in their own territory on 4th down. Big gamble here by Neil Brown. It's 4th and 2 from the 46.
I don't know why Neil Brown's doing this right now. This much time left in the game, and the way Oklahoma's offense is playing, this is a dangerous call.
Green in the shotgun, and Oklahoma's going to call a timeout.
About to get a fight out there.
Talk about what they want to do defensively. There's some guys not exactly getting along on the Sooner side of the ball there. Let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for station ID. This is Sooner football from Learfield.
KRXO-FM and KRXO HD, Oklahoma City. This is Danny Stutzman. Listen Monday mornings at 9 a.m. for Stutzman Spotlight on your exclusive home for Oklahoma Sooner football. 107.7, The Franchise, and the Franchise mobile app.
On the field with Gabe Ikard, I'm Chris Plank, and that's been one thing we've seen, Gabe. There's been some passionate conversations between several of the Sooner defenders. Not confrontational, not bad. This matters to them. They want it to be fitted right. They want to be lined up right. Danny Stutzman's been one of the leading voices. He's making sure that these guys understand where they need to be.
I would say constructive confrontation.
There you go.
Is the best way to describe it. Yeah, it's clear. This defense has an edge tonight. I really like what we're seeing, especially from the defensive line. After that first drive for West Virginia, this D-line's really settled in, playing with a high level of physicality.
Big gamble here for the Mountaineers. They're going to go for it. 4th and just less than 2. Green in the shotgun. He's got Donaldson to his right, the running back. There's the snap. Green back to pass. Looks right under pressure. Throws across the middle. Nearly intercepted. Incomplete. And they've turned him over on downs. It was in the breadbasket of Kobe McKenzie. And he couldn't hang on. Doesn't matter. Sooners have the ball back.
Boy, really nice there by Oklahoma. That was awesome play call. we line up and you think 4th and short that they're going to be pouring it in there. We expected that, and everyone gets out into coverage quickly. They just run those little crossers underneath, mesh route underneath, crossers, and then the dig in behind, and we sorted it all out really nicely there. Again, I don't know why Neil Brown's taking that big of a risk in this area this early in the game.
Opportunity to to add to the lead here in the first half from the plus 46. Gabriel near side caught. Farouk turns it up but can't get away. They're going to give him to the 42 for a short 4-yard gain on first down. Beanie Bishop, the tackle.
Tight coverage. Beanie Bishop, their boundary corner, lead the country in passes defended. Really good player.
2nd and 6, DG going to throw again. Late blitz, lob across the middle. Oh, Stutzman was wide open, and he just floated it a bit too high. Excuse me, Stogner, not Stutzman.
That's a great idea, though.
I was going to say, I like that idea.
They both
Toby,
start with ST. Yeah, that's right. My bad. Incomplete, 3rd down.
Stutzman would have made that catch.
I'm glad, I'm not glad it wasn't a touchdown. That would have been fun to have a touchdown called to Danny Stutzman. 3rd down and 6 from the 42. Gabriel, handoff. Sawchuk up the middle, got 1. That's it. Ran into a pile. It'll be 4th and 5 from the 41. What do you do here?
Ted, feels like one of those calls where you call it thinking you're going to get a little more than that, and you're going for it on 4th.
Yeah.
Or the pooch punt. Remember, we saw Dylan Gabriel use it effectively last week.
That's a good call, Chris. Maybe here. 4th and 5 from the plus 41. Trips left, 1 right. Sawchuk moves up a step. Gabriel back to pass. It's a blitz. Throws across the middle. Caught by Stogner. First down to the 33. He was heavily covered, but he hung on.
I like Stogner here, and I wish we used him a little bit more as a weapon. That massive frame, it's hard to defend him when people body him up.
Sawchuk into the pile, pushes it forward for a couple of yards to the 31. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the play to the 31.
10:33 to go, second quarter. Oklahoma 17, West Virginia 7. Sooner offense has scored on all 3 possessions tonight. This is their 4th. They go tempo. Stacked receivers left. Gabriel looks that way, throws, caught by Stoops at the 30. Swim move, can't get away. Down to the 28. A gain of 3.
Man, it's like he's making that move before he catches the ball. He still has his eyes on the football and his hands up, but he's already setting himself up for how the defender's playing him like a cat.
3rd and 5. Oklahoma 4 of 6 on 3rd down so far tonight offensively. It is a keeper. Gabriel runs left, 25, 20. Outside he goes, 15. Down the sideline to the 10. 5 and out of bounds. Gabriel on the zone read kept it. It'll be 1st and goal.
Just give it a steady dose up inside. Physical run game. Have him overcommit. Quarterback keeps it out the backside.
Quick snap. Sawchuk up the middle. Veers right to the 3. Stood up there. 2nd and goal from the 3.
See, I think the 5-yard line is the hardest place on the field to score from. It's hard to throw the football because everyone's packed in there, and the runs don't have the same effect of being on the goal line where you have everyone selling out, plus the safeties are closer for support. It's a very difficult place on the football field.
Sooner sugar huddle. DG under center. 2nd and goal from the 3. Gabriel fakes the handoff. Lobs in zone. Touchdown. Austin Stogner. Pater. First touchdown of the season for Stokowski.
Well, he was a weapon on this drive, wasn't he? They made a conscious effort to go to him several times, and it pays off down in the red zone. Big target. Once he puts a defender on either side of him, it's like a low post player. You just throw it away from where they're guarding him, and he's so big that he can outstretch him for the play. Makes it look easy.
Make it 4 for 4 in points on offensive possessions tonight. 9:06 to go, second quarter. Smith's extra point try is good.
How about that for an all-state good hands catch of the game? Reached up, a little bit of garbage, a little bit of traffic, made the catch. All-state. You'll be game day ready every day with insurance from Allstate.
18 touchdowns in his OU career. The other, Baker Mayfield. Oklahoma Turnpike Authority drive summary, 9 plays, 46 yards. After the turnover on downs, it took 2:57 off the clock. Austin Stogner, first touchdown of the season, 10th of his career. He has now scored against West Virginia 3 times, 3 touchdowns here in 3 different games, 2019, 2021, and 2023, all here at Owen Field. Fair catch on the kickoff. West Virginia starts at the 25.
Ted, I just want to point something out that I know you're going to love. Lewis Carter, every single time on kickoff, he's knocking someone on the ground. Even when they're fair catching, I love it. That dude craves contact. I'm excited about his future.
Hey, when you don't get many opportunities, you might as well take the best of it. Even if they're waving for a fair catch back there, you know what the job is.
All right, well, Ted, they put them behind early. Does West Virginia have to leave their script now, down 24-7? Green will start with a quarterback keeper over the right side. He just got away from, I believe, Stutzman. Make it
Green on the carry.
Key Lawrence, and he takes it out to the 30 for a gain of 5.
Yeah, that's that first down. Now they're comfortable, 2nd and 5. They can get to anything they want. They can go boot here. They can get Garrett Green on some quarterback design run.
The running back is 5'7", Jaheim White. In motion goes Devin Carter. Green to throw. Spins out, back left, throws near sideline, come back, knock away. Was there early contact? No flag. Intended for E.J. Horton. It was Kendall Dolby in coverage.
Yeah, Toby, let's talk about that cornerback situation too, right? We haven't seen Gentry Williams tonight. Makari Vickers hasn't returned to the game, no longer in the injury tent. He's sitting on the bench even though the injury tent is up, and they've been working extensively on that left ankle of Makari Vickers. So that cornerback depth for a second week in a row really being tested for the Sooners.
Looking for another 3 and out here if they could get a stop on 3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers set. Taylor, the tight end. Green in the shotgun. Sooners showing pressure. Snap, they bring 4. Green collapsing around him. Rolls right, throws late, bounced it incomplete. He had Jaheim White with a step down the sideline. It looked like maybe a wheel route, or maybe he just revamped his route, but he had him, but he bounced it to him, and they'll have to punt.
Yeah, pressure forced that bad throw, and you're right, Toby. Started just as a swing route. Stutzman, peeled out to take that swing route, and as he looked back into the backfield to see what was happening, he converted it down the sideline, and had they been able to connect on that, we probably don't catch him there as he can fly, and that may have been a long touchdown, so we got away with one there.
Here's the punt toward the far sideline. Now fair catch called for by Gavin Freeman. He drops it, chases it back inside the 20, and got back on top of it. Woo! This has been a adventure tonight. Gavin Freeman dropped it on the fair catch. It rolled past him all the way back to the 14, and he jumps on it there.
Well, you feel like that maybe that one is the last punt affecting him on that catch there, maybe not having that confidence, and he moves at the last second like he didn't settle under it in the right spot, and it got to the side of him instead of getting it square into his body.
He's been so fearless this year. Not calling fair catches, and just strange to see him struggle like this, guys.
Yep.
Tawi Walker starts this drive at running back. Sooners from their own 14. Farouk in motion, stops, comes back near side. Gabriel, handoff Walker, hit in the backfield and can't get away. He'll be dropped for a 1.5-yard loss back to the 12. By the way, West Virginia doesn't have a first down on offense since that opening touchdown drive.
Yeah, we settled in really nice. Starting to get some pressure on the quarterback as well.
Back to pass Gabriel, 2nd and 12. Can't find anybody. Now throws late. Stoops reaches back. What a catch. Drake Stoops. Wow. Out to the 35.
Are you kidding me with this catch? How does he get spun around? He gets both hands on it somehow. Almost horizontal as he spins around in the opposite direction. That was awesome.
Spectacular. 23-yard gain. First down's brought to you by Paycom. Score big by letting employees do their own payroll at paycom.com. 3rd catch for Drake tonight. They have a quad formation. Now they shift out of it. All 5 to the right. Overload right. Gabriel. Option pitch. That's Farouk. Makes a cut. Turns it up 35. Outside to the 40. Puts his head down. Out to the the 42-yard line. Jalil Farouk from the running back position takes the pitch and goes for 7.
Boy, he puts a little stutter on 2 defenders there and then uses that big defensive lineman as a blocker.
2nd and 3. Here comes a blitz. Gabriel in the face of it. Launches deep. Got a man. Caught at the 35 and tackled in Mountaineer territory. That's Farouk again.
Boy, how about DG? Unblocked. 2 guys just bearing down on him, and he doesn't hesitate or flinch at all. Throws right into that oncoming pressure.
26 yards. 1st and 10 at the Mountaineer 32. Gabriel pump fake. Looks in zone. Throws in zone. Jaden Gibson. Bam! Touchdown. Jaden Gibson. 32 yards. And the Oklahoma offense came to play tonight.
Boy, little pump and go. I don't know, were they trying to look like they were setting up the screen on the outside? I know Gabriel gave a little shoulder fake, and that's exactly what it was, little screen and go. Jaden Gibson is the primary target, and he's also got Drake Stoops as a secondary down the sideline. They're both wide open. What a play design.
Chris Plank.
My guy, major part of the game plan according to Emmett Jones this week, and he comes up with a big play. Jaden Gibson, how about another All State good hands catch of the game? That was incredible.
That's his 3rd touchdown of the season, but his 1st in quite a while. Zach Schmidt, extra point is good. 5 possessions on offense, 5 scores.
Talk about what this offense has done. Jeff Levy's play calling has been elite.
It's been great. I mean, I know that Jeff Levy's received a lot of criticism over the last couple of weeks, but they are just completely keeping West Virginia off balance, doing a nice job with the run game. Love the stuff we've seen with Dylan Gabriel adding to the run game, have had multiple called QB runs that have been big chunks, and then pushing it down the field aggressively, attacking this secondary for West Virginia. It's been fantastic, guys. This is as in rhythm as we've seen this offense for this long of a stretch, maybe the entire season.
And one thing I did want to add real quick, Toby, is the kickoff is fair caught. Danny Stutzman has been an absolute spark plug on this bench. I stood behind the edge rushers huddle. He was not letting anyone let up. There is an energy and almost a chip on this defense's shoulder.
6 tackles for Danny so far. Sooners 337 yards of offense already tonight. Gabriel 222 yards of offense, 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs. 1st down for West Virginia from the 25 after the touchback is a C.J. Donaldson run out to the 32. He got 7.
A nice tackle by Robert Spears-Jennings there. They got up to the next level there on Kip, and that big left tackle for West Virginia buried him, but good job by Robert Spears-Jennings coming up and saving that play there, but that's way too much of a chunk on 1st down.
Score of note, by the way, Texas 7, TCU 6. Late 1st quarter in Fort Worth. 2nd down and 3 from the 32. Tight end in motion. Green, shotgun snap, handoff Donaldson again, looking for a hole, squeezes through one. 1st down, 35, stiff arm to the 40, takes a hard hit at the 45, but stays on his feet. And here comes the old rugby scrum as both sides come together and push. They'll give him the 46. That's a 14-yard run.
Well, was that Robert Spears-Jennings, whoever came up and delivered that shot? I know that did not feel good. And if you don't think that matters, watch these running backs as the game unfolds. They'll start going down before that deep contact can come get to them. They're on the 2nd level whenever they're in the middle of a scrum. I like that, cleaning up that play right there with a massive hit.
That's the 1st Mountaineer 1st down since the opening drive of the game. 1st and 10 from the 46, pistol formation. It is a handoff to Donaldson over the right side. He didn't get much this time. Defended well. Gain of 2.
Really nice. I don't know who that was. Hard to see. I think it may have been Cole. Makes the first little play there and fights through a block and gets to the legs of the running back where he can't get upfield. Really nice job. Much better on 1st down. 2nd and 8 looks a lot better than 2nd and 3 or 4.
4:23 to go in the half. 31-7 OU. 4 wides, 2 to each side. Shaheem White now in at running back. Green just 3 of 9 passing. He'll throw here. Here comes a blitz. Going to take a deep shot. Far sideline. Man behind the defense caught at the 10 inside the 5. Tackled there. It's Traylon Ray.
Kanai Walker on the coverage there. Just let him get a little bit too much of a free release and couldn't chase him down. No contact there. Whenever he starts to get in that go route, you got to try and reroute him, get him off that path that he's on so you can slow him down and gather yourself again. But it's a good job fighting and scrapping to get him down there inside the 5. You never know what happens. This is, we've seen this before. Just make him snap it again.
49 yards to Ray. First and goal from the 3. Green in the shotgun. North end of Owen Field making noise. Fox in motion. Green keeper up the middle. Reaches the goal line. Pack pushing. There's no signal of a touchdown. He was shy of the goal line and pushed back. It'll be second and goal from inside the 1.
Well, it sure looked like he got there at first, but no signal. And
we got an injured Sooner.
Stutzman.
Oh, no. Goes down to the ground. He was walking back to the defensive huddle and then laid down in the end zone on his back.
He was flexing that ankle a little bit.
Previous plays under further review. Rolling on the field was that the runner was short of the line.
I'm on the goal line, guys. I think this might be a touchdown for West Virginia.
Teddy mentioned it. It absolutely looked like a touchdown.
Stutzman's up, guys, walking around. I know, Ted, we've talked about ankle injuries before in the past.
Well, I told him before the game, I said, you're going to re-injure it. You have to get up and walk on it right away. Once you roll an ankle and you loosen all those ligaments up, it's going to happen over and over. You just got to get up, move on it. Obviously, if you don't do something catastrophic to it, you got to get up, move on it, and you're not going to feel good, but you'll feel better pretty quickly.
Did you also give him the advice to repeatedly just smack himself in the head?
No, never.
That's just a him thing. Okay,
it's just a him thing.
All right. Well, hey, whatever works.
Official review brought to you by Noble McIntyre. McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs.
Kevin Marr, guys, it was interesting. The replay officials that are on the field are responsible. You have one that holds the headset for the referee and one that brings out this little bitty screen for them to look at. Neither one were ready. I don't know if they didn't realize that the play was under review, and Kevin Marr was standing over here at about the 17-yard line, and he came over and he just held his arms out. Review's already over.
Well, I still haven't seen a review that really shows much. It's kind of hard to tell.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Second down.
Yeah, I don't think you had a good angle of it, Ted. You're exactly right.
Which is weird how you don't have a good angle of the goal line, but I ain't mad about it.
We'll take it. So it'll be second and goal from inside the 1. Basically, the nose of the football is on the touchdown line.
Now, Stutzman is out. Canick's in. At backer. Who else we got? Kip out there. Kobe.
Samuel Omasiga. We have not seen Hassan McCullough tonight, I do not believe. They break the huddle. Green goes under center. Very compact formation with Donaldson deep. Tight end in motion. He'll set up right behind Green. He'll give him the tush-push. No signal yet, and I don't think he got in. Looks like they're going to mark him short.
He didn't go anywhere. At best, got back to the original spot, but I don't even know if he did that.
Third and goal. Oklahoma has posted a goal line stand before this year.
Stutzman's already back in, guys.
Listen to this crowd.
Looks like they're going to try that little rub route down there with that 2-receiver side.
Green back into the shotgun for this one. Ball inside the 1-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right. One of them in motion. That's the tight end. Handoff Donaldson in the middle. No go. He didn't get there. The 4th and goal.
Brent Venables going to call a timeout.
I love it.
2:01 to go in the half. It'll be 4th and goal, West Virginia, and they are farther away after that Donaldson run. They're now a full yard away, and the defense asking for love and getting it.
30-second timeout. Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2:06.
You got to figure that After 3 failed tight plays right there on the inside, they're probably, well, I don't know, maybe they try the same thing again. You know, it's one of those things, if you can't do it from the one, what are we talking about? But I wouldn't be shocked if they change the personnel, maybe put some spread people out there.
Oklahoma's second timeout.
Force Oklahoma to adjust, and you got options with some of their quarterback run game stuff if you want to go that direction, or, you know, some of the rub routes down on the goal line.
Going back to the sneak, Ted, Garrett Green is not a, whatever you want to call it, the tush push. That is, he does not have the build.
He's not Jalen Hurts.
He's not a 600-pound squatter like Jalen Hurts.
No. So that was a surprising call and kind of a waste of a down in my mind.
Here's some smaller tush.
Got to have a little more tush to push, you know.
All right, here we go. 4th and goal. They go 3 wides. At least to start this play, Green in the shotgun with Donaldson, the running back, at tight end, kind of a wing position. Crowd in full throat. 4th and goal from the 1. Man in motion. That's White. Snap. Inside pitch. Shuffle past Donaldson. He didn't get there. They turned him away. The goal line stand has turned him away.
That's awesome. I almost said it whenever I saw him sitting there tight to the line of scrimmage and they brought that first guy in motion. This is a play that was, I mean, kind of the hot play 2 years ago or so in the NFL. Everyone was running it as a 2-point conversion play.
The further review, rolling on the field, was that the runner was short of the goal line.
Really nicely executed. And I don't know, guys, I haven't seen a very good angle on it. It looks like we stopped him, but if we didn't have a good angle on it previously, I don't know how they could here. I mean, there's definitely contact. He never really turned it to where he was going downhill.
They went shovel pass. Dejon Terry, Danny Stutzman, all in on the tackle. Look at the replay of Brent Venables. He is fired up.
All you got to do is look at the opposing head coach's reactions to the play to tell if it's good or not. Neil Brown, shaking his head in disbelief, and Venables excited.
And the first guy that he gave a high five to was Jay Vly. So obviously those two working in conjunction to shut that down. I don't think there's a good
look at all those. They just showed all the angles on the Jumbotron. Are we the only place in the country that doesn't have a end zone?
That's a Fox problem. That's not an
OU problem.
Yeah. This is not their premier broadcast tonight, so I'm sure this has fewer cameras
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Oklahoma.
Official review is brought to you by Noble McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. Another goal line stand, and the Sooners will start leading 31-7 from their own 1-yard line with 2:01 to go in the half and 1 timeout at their disposal. Got to be careful here. They go 3 wides, waiting for Kevin Marr to wind the clock, and now he does. Gabriel backs into the shotgun. He's standing on the 2nd 0 in Oklahoma. Sends Stogner from left to right. DG claps his hands, now palm to the ground, looks back to the sidelines. Was hoping to get a Mountaineer to jump there, didn't. Play clock at 10. Andrew Rahm sends him the football. He'll throw. Stoops got it at the 5, and he can't get away from there, but gets a little bit of space. Gain of 4. Another catch for Drake Stoops tonight. That's his 4th.
And that's such valuable real estate down here whenever you've got the ball right on your own inline and able to get it out, get a little bit of breathing room, and open the playbook up.
1:35 to go. Gabriel. Handoff, Sawchuk over the left side, first down across the 10, breaks a tackle 15, carrying him out near across the 20, still carrying him all the way out near the 30. Sawchuk. 23-yard run.
It was a really nice initial cut there to go back to the outside and find that hole.
Sooners go fast now. Gabriel can't find anybody, now slings it wide, incomplete. We've got 1:19 to go in the half. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29. Gavin Sawchuk, fellas, in the first half, over 100 yards rushing tonight. He's now at 101, averaging 8.4 a carry.
Anybody have him in their spotlight? I think I did, and I think he is starting to really hit a rhythm. We've talked about it. He just hadn't played a whole lot of football, so it's nice to see him get a bunch of carries, starting to settle in.
2nd and 10, Gabriel to throw. Deep down the middle, incomplete, nearly picked. He threw it behind Anderson. Anderson had a step, but DG threw it behind him, and Beanie Bishop almost came up with the interception. Oh, man. DG's having a big night, but there's been 4 or 5 bad throws.
Yeah, that's an interesting one there, and I don't know if, he kind of threw his hands in the air like he expected something maybe a little bit different there from Anderson, but I don't know what he could have seen.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's Walter Rouse. That's the first penalty on OU tonight. There have only been 2 total called, 1 on each team. So now it's 3rd and 15 with 1:13 to go. And you're in danger of giving the ball back to the Mountaineers here, and they have all 3 timeouts.
You don't want to make a huge mistake here. You've got a 3rd and 15. It's a very low percentage to convert. Don't do something bad and make a fatal mistake.
Trips left, handoff up the middle. It's Sawchuk. He's able to carry the pile forward to the original line of scrimmage, +1. He got it to the 30.
That's a fine call. Force West Virginia to use the timeout. Don't make a critical mistake, especially after you just saw a poor throw from Gabriel there. And you're like, okay, well, we don't want another one of those in this situation and give them an opportunity.
West Virginia, their first of the half. Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:08.
Hey, Sooner basketball fans, it's time for one last go-around of the Big 12 at the Lloyd Noble Center. Men's and women's basketball season tickets on sale. $99 for women's games, $149 for men's. Go to Soonersports.com or call 800-456-GO-OU to purchase your tickets today, and we'll see you at the LNC this season. Porter Moser and Ginny Baranchek's teams both off to 2-0 starts to the season. And the women with a very big early season road win at Ole Miss this week. Ole Miss was ranked number 12 in the nation. And the Sooners went and beat them by 10 in their own house. All right, this will be the first possession tonight. The OU offense fails to score. They're going to punt it away. Luke Elzinga is on the field.
Which this is a successful drive. When you have the ball on the half-yard line and you get it out to the 30 and are able to punt and hopefully switch some field position, this is a good thing.
There's the boot. High hanger, a little bit wobbly. Preston Fox, fair catch late, takes it at the 25. No return. 45-yard punt by Elzinga. And the Mountaineers have 1 minute exactly and 2 timeouts. Sooners lead the game 31-7. Sooner football brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Hey, Sooner fans, order through the Chick-fil-A app and start earning points toward ultimate game day treats.
And watch for a draw here. A lot of teams like to start the 2-minute drill with the draw play to try and catch you in something a little too conservative and maybe hit you on an 8 to 12-yard run.
They go 4 wides with Donaldson at the back. From their own 25, white unis, white helmets, going right to left. Green back to pass against the 4-man rush. Deep across the middle, got a man out near midfield. Devin Carter tackled at the Sooner 47. Nice throw, nice reaching grab.
I don't know how you can rush 3 and have a seam uncovered down the field. You've got 8 zone droppers back there. Someone's got to run with the vertical.
28, low snap. Green handles it, 28-yard completion. Deep shot down the near sideline, incomplete. The flag comes down. It was intended for Preston Fox. Didn't look like there was a bunch of contact there, but maybe there was a jersey tug or something.
He has 0 chance of making the catch. The ball is overthrown by 10 yards. They're going to pick this up.
Pass interference. Defense number 5. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So that'll move it to the 32. 44 seconds to go in the half. Mountaineers still with 2 timeouts. They are in long field goal range here. Garrett Green, 6 of 13 passing, 125 yards. Takes the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Looking end zone again, this time down the far side, and it is caught but out of bounds by Traylon Ray.
What a catch.
Right over by the band. Couldn't get a toe in. It was Kenai Walker in coverage.
Good, tight coverage. Never turned and found the football, but it's a good call. He's got his toes out of bounds, but what a catch. What a throw and catch there.
37 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 32.
Still 2 timeouts for West Virginia, so everything open when it comes to where you can throw the football.
Play clock down to 5. Now 3. Now 1. Green's got it. 4-man twist up front. Deep across the middle this time. Tapped in the air. Incomplete. Kenai Walker almost got a pick. Green sailed that one, looking for Devin Carter at the goal line.
Boy, we had a bare front and brought some pressure and ran a little stunt with our defensive lineman, and someone just crushed Garrett Green as he threw that ball. I think it was Jordan Kelly. And I always cringe when I see those, thinking we're going to see a 15-yard penalty on roughing the passer because they look like there's some contact high possibly on that.
Sooner defense has been great on 3rd downs tonight. Mountaineers just 1 of 7. They've got a 3rd and 10 here. From the 32, 31 seconds to go in the half. 4 wide receivers stacked. They hand it off to Donaldson. Runs into a pack, pushed back. He got a yard. That's it. And Neil Brown will use a timeout. It's 4th down.
I don't know why someone would call that play on 3rd and 9 in this situation, but I'm glad they did.
The second of the half.
It's
30-second timeout.
Situation where you're trying to get some gotcha yards and possibly go for it on 4th down instead of running a concept where you can pick up the 3rd and 9 and you go backwards and you've got yourself in a horrible predicament. Nicely played, and that's Venables ideaing that's a possible situation that Neil Brown's going to do, and we're set up there to make a really nice play and force a horrible situation for West Virginia. What do you do here?
It'd be a 48-yarder from here. That's certainly within Michael Hayes' distance. He did miss from 48 yards, though, going the other way in the first quarter. He made 9 in a row, though. He's 12 for 14 on the year. He's a good kicker.
And I don't think Tiro and Ted, from what you can tell there, Gabe, down on the field, there's no wind that really seems like it would affect anything either way.
It is about as nice as you can ask it to be down here for a football game in the state of Oklahoma in the month of November.
It's like they're going for it.
Beautiful.
I don't see a kicker on the field. I see Garrett Green out there, though. So on 4th and 9 from the 31, they'll go for it. They are 0 for 2 on 4th downs tonight. Sooners looking for their 3rd turnover on downs already in the first half. They're substituting late onto the field. And now they'll use a timeout. Oklahoma didn't have the personnel they wanted.
Oklahoma has called their final timeout of the half. 1 minute. Timeout.
Just to be safe, they'll call a timeout here.
Did you know 20 guys out there?
Did you know the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation has more than 300 researchers working daily to combat Alzheimer's, autoimmune disorders, cancer, and heart disease? Learn more about Oklahoma's Medical Research Foundation at omrf.org.
Ted, you weren't kidding. A lot of players there on the field. I mean,
we definitely had 12 before we started subbing, and it's pretty chaotic there, but that's fine. Just getting the right call here. This is an important moment.
PJ Adebayo out there. Marcus Stripling hasn't
Jacoby
played
Johnson as well down here on the near side at corner. Getting a little more height up there for maybe a go ball down the sideline.
Sooners have 4 deep across the 15-yard line. 4th and 9 from the 31. This is an interesting defense Oklahoma's in. Green in the shotgun, back to pass. Looks middle, throws middle, caught at the 18. That's enough for the first down. Hudson Clement got 13 yards on 4th and 9. 20 seconds to go.
He's got to come up and make that play. You got
back to pass. Green rolls right, throws to the end zone line. It is dropped. Flag down. It was Clement again. It was in and out of his hands at the goal line.
And a trail position there. I don't know if he hooked him on the hip. Oh, no way.
He got a hand in there. A great play by Kanai Walker.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. 15-yard penalty.
Oh, my gosh.
First down.
That is horrible. Are you kidding me? No contact, deflected ball. Horrible call. That is horrible. It's comical at this point.
We'll move it to the 3. It'll be first and goal there. Mountaineers with 12 seconds to go. In this, the final year for Oklahoma in the Big 12.
Oh, yeah, they're looking at it now. It's like, oh, my God, you guys see the replay? That's a horrible call. Let's pick the flag up.
They might be saying, have you heard what the OU radio color analyst is saying about something?
Did you hear him giggle maniacally?
Here we go from the 3. Still have one timeout and 12 seconds. Trips left, one right. Donaldson the back. Green now sends tight end Taylor in motion. He'll stop, come back left. Snap. Green to pass. Looks end zone, throws end zone. Caught. That's Taylor, the tight end. Back in the end zone. Touchdown Mountaineers.
That's tough coverage there. I think the Kip's on him. That's like a 6'7" tight end there. Very difficult cover in this spot. You know, what are you going to say? Two horrendous pass interference calls on one drive gets West Virginia down the field into a position where it's going to be difficult for us to keep them out.
4th touchdown of the year for the LSU transfer, Cole Taylor. And West Virginia will try to tack on the extra point with 7 seconds to go till halftime. Michael Hayes, the kicker, puts it up and in. And it's 31-14.
The North End Zone fans get a little redemption here, potentially.
Well, that'll put a little damper on an otherwise spectacular first half of football for Brent Venables' team tonight.
You know, we gave up that seam ball. We rushed 3, dropped 8 guys, and somehow didn't have anyone run with the seam, and they hit that ball for a nice gain on us to get that drive going, but I don't know.
Oklahoma's number 13 is now wearing number 66.
13-66. What an upgrade. What a blessing. What an honor to get to wear an O-line number.
That cheer you heard was for the football, I believe, heading toward McCaslin Fieldhouse.
You're sure it wasn't for the 66 and
Not possible. Not possible.
I did want to add, there was a Sooner fan, T-Row, when she caught the ball, raced up the flight of stairs to make sure it could get to the top row. Cardio.
It means a lot to the North End Zone people. They live for it. Ball picked up on the bounce by Farouk at the 5. Takes it out to the 15, dancing to the 20, spins away to the 21, and the clock hits zeros. Tackled there. First half comes to a close. Fantastic first half for the home team. The Sooners lead it 31-14 at the break.
Gabriel, and you mentioned it, Toby, a couple of errant passes where he's had a guy and, you know, for whatever reason has been inaccurate. We can't let those turn into turnovers. And special teams, we got to tighten it up. Too many balls on the ground. We gave up the one muff. That's the only turnover that we've had. And the other one hit the ground. We were able to jump on it. We've got to clean that up and get special teams back in our favor.
Keys to the second half brought to you by the Fowler Automotive Group. Being friendly, helpful, honest, and fair, this is what drives us. This has been the Oklahoma Sooner Halftime Show, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Sooners deferred after winning the coin flip. That means they get the ball first here in the second half. They lead at 31-14. We got time for a quick check-in downstairs with Chris Plank.
You know, it's pretty incredible to just see how this team has persevered. Looks like Gentry Williams is unavailable tonight. Hassan McCullough. Tyler Guyton has been out. Guyton, by the way, to his credit, has been over here and been engaged with his offensive line. But that competitive depth keeps flexing. And just before kickoff, Joe John Finley went racing down to make sure that the returners, Jalil Farouk's back there, that they swapped sides. So whatever they saw on the this kickoff formation, guys, they swap sides with their returners here.
Sooner fans, let us know where you're listening in from tonight. Sooner football all over the world. You can tweet us at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. Let us know your name and where you're listening from. We'll share some of those coming up in the fourth quarter of tonight's broadcast. Here's the kickoff. Sooners go left to right here in the third. That's north to south. And the boot is in the air. Line drive up to take it at the 5. Fair catch called for by Farouk. And they'll start at the 25. Interesting there.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was a late fair catch signal. I was worried that he may have got called for an invalid fair catch signal. Wasn't very high. Wasn't very very clear what he's doing there. But it was a tough kick that got on him fast. Line drive.
If you joined us late, no Tyler Guyton tonight. It's been Jacob Sexton at right tackle for the Sooners. They start the second half with Gavin Sawchuk at running back. 107 first half yards for Gavin. Gabriel sends Stoops in motion. DG, handoff Sawchuk over the right side, looking for a hole, finds one, squeezes through it out to the 30, make 31. Patient 6-yard run.
That was nice. It just looks like he's on skates, doesn't it? As he kind of dances through there and lets those blocks unfold in front of him. Nice.
Sooners go tempo with trips to the right, tight end left. It is another handoff. Sawchuk this time beats contact at the line of scrimmage, but carries Mountaineers forward all the way out to the 35. Now, are they going to give him the line or not? This is really close to a first down. It looks like it's just short, just a couple of inches short. Snap. Handoff. Sawchuk got the first down this time, and he's back in Mountaineers out near the 40 this time. 3 straight Gavin Sawchuk totes. That's 15 yards and a first down.
Really nice there. The first one we hit him with a gap scheme. The last two just pretty much straight ahead inside zone plays.
First down's brought to you by Paycom. Gabriel going to throw for the first time here in the third quarter. Pocket all around him. Comes near sideline. Caught it. 40-yard line down the sideline. Stoops. He's still going. 20. Cuts midfield. 15. Got a block to the 10. Spinning his way to the 2. Dragged into the end zone. Touchdown. Flags down. Oh, mama. Drake Stoops. What a play. A 60-yard touchdown as he tight-roped the sideline, weaved his way through defenders, made it to the 1 and got pulled into the end zone, but let's see what the flags are about.
I think it might be a spike or something from him after he scored. That's when it felt like the flags came out, but what a throw by Dylan Gabriel, number 1, having the poise in the pocket, and then Drake Stoops with a great catch, keeping his feet in bounds and finishing there at the end. What an awesome play.
Sportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 12. That's his first unsportsmanlike foul in the game. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
It is a 60-yard touchdown pass from Dylan Gabriel to Drake Stoops, and that one is for the highlight reel right there. I would love to have video of Bob's booth during that play. The 15 yards for spiking the football on Stoops will be stepped off on the kickoff. You do not give a Stoops a penalty in this building and receive a warm welcome. Extra point is good as the crowd starts to chant SEC.
Oklahoma Turnpike Authority scoring drive. What a start. Those middle 8. The Sooners struggled at the end of the first half, the final 4 minutes, but explode out of the halftime locker room. A 4-play, 75-yard drive, a minute 12, and Drake Stoops. A 60-yard touchdown reception. 5 catches, 96 yards for Stoops. Gabe Ikard. Wow.
I just think you should be able to spike the ball if you make a play that cool. I think there should be an exception to the rule book.
It's a sliding scale based on how spectacular the play was.
Yeah, you do something that cool, you should be able to spike the football.
Kickoff from the 20. Preston Fox up to take it at his 20. He's to the 35 and outside to the 39. And then there's a late push by a Mountaineer. Connor Neer was the one that got pushed over the pile. No flags.
Really nice play by Connor Neer on that tackle, too.
Mountaineers start at the 39, now trailing 38-14. Long ways to go in this one. Dylan Gabriel now 286 yards passing. 3 touchdowns. 5 total touchdowns now for Gabriel tonight.
I just got to think West Virginia is going to try and get Garrett Green going in the running game, try and open things up.
Handoff, no, Green throws it into the dirt. Sooners sniffed it out. He faked the handoff to Donaldson. Tried to throw the little tight end screen, I believe, and Kendall Dolby all over it.
Yeah, tight end is trying to spin out of there and be the little safety valve route on the front side, and spins, and whenever he spins, he slips and loses his footing. Garrett Green just tosses it into the ground.
Green now 8 of 17 passing. Pistol formation on 2nd and 10. Handoff, Donaldson got the corner, right side. He's to the 45, hit right down at the first down marker and out. I think he got enough. He'll be near midfield. Right side of the field open wide up that time for C.J. Donaldson.
Boy, I don't know what happened on that, but we have no contained player at all.
It's an 11-yard gain. They put the ball right at the midfield stripe, top of the OU logo.
Ethan Downs, I don't know if he had a stunt called there or what, but he dips to the inside and takes the inside B gap, and we don't have anyone flowing over the top for contain at all.
Down to 8 on the play clock. Zach Frazier sends the ball to Green. He's going to throw. Throws a bomb down the right sideline. Knocked away. Incomplete. No flags. Great coverage over there. Intended for Traylon Ray. It was Kenai Walker in coverage.
A really nice job. He's right there in phase, stride for stride, and at the right moment turns to find the football. That's the key to not getting the pass interference call. You have to turn, find the football, and try and make a play on it. And he did it beautifully right there.
2nd and 10. First Mountaineer possession, second half. Ball's at the 50. R. Mason Thomas and Trace Ford in at defensive ends. Pistol look. Snap. Handoff. Donaldson veers left, cuts it up across the 45 to the Sooner 40. He's got the first down as he's ripped down at the 36 by Kendall Dolby. 14-yard run.
Too much right here. It's that GT counter play. See the 2 offensive linemen pulling around, leading the way up in there, and we don't do anything to stop the momentum of those big offensive linemen coming through there, and they just plow us out of the way.
Still not yet 100 yards rushing for West Virginia tonight. They're at 96 right now. A couple of chunk runs, though, on this possession. 1st and 10 from the 36. Donaldson gets it again. Angles right, cuts it up to the 30, down to the 29-yard line. That's a 7-yard first down.
We're losing the edges here. And I don't have anyone coming over the top to contain that. Trace Ford goes underneath, kind of gets drugged down there. Probably could have been a holding call, but we've got to shore up the edges a little bit more. And they're doing a good job. They're going to hit us with some gap stuff on the inside. But on the zone stuff, we've got to have a hard edge at some point, come up and contain these plays.
2nd and 3. Ball at the Sooner 29-yard line. Jaheim White, the back, goes in motion. Green underneath tunnel screen to Fox. Sooners played it pretty well, but he gets the first down to the 24.
Nice job by Stutzman fighting through traffic there. A couple of offensive linemen in front of him, and he slips the gap enough to make that tackle and drag him down. It's a nice play.
Mountaineers first down. Ball really closer to the 23. 38-14. Sooners have the lead here Saturday night in Norman. 11:20 to go, third quarter. Wide receiver Devin Carter in motion. Green to throw. 3-man rush. Takes a shot. Far side. Looking end zone. Knocked away. Looking for Carter. Right on the far pylon. Front end of the end zone. It was Kendall Dolby in coverage.
Really nice job by Kendall Dolby there. We've seen a couple of times in that area. Good positioning and turning and finding the football as it arrives to keep from getting that pass interference call. Really nice job. And, you know, we've kind of seen on this drive a little bit, West Virginia, it's not really up-tempo, but they're working with a little bit more pace than we've seen them previously, getting to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Sooners don't have an interception tonight. Keeper by Green up the middle, tackled at the 23 for no gain or maybe half a yard. It'll be 3rd and long.
Kip Lewis on the play there. I don't know if he ever saw Garrett Green with the football. He just kind of ran into him there at the last second, and he finished that tackle pretty nicely.
3rd down and 9, and the Sooners will use a timeout. They tried to sub, and the Mountaineers didn't, and so they quick snapped him.
One of these officials threw a flag. I don't know what for, but
looks like he said okay, and he's going to go pick it up.
There is no foul for illegal substitution. Oklahoma has called their first timeout, media timeout.
I can't help but wonder, too, guys, if they thought maybe West Virginia had substituted, too. They had more time, but that just looked like they felt like they had more time than they did.
Correction, 30-second timeout.
All right, we'll keep it here. 10:51 to go, 3rd quarter. Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero today. Today we recognize U.S. Marine Corps retired First Sergeant Robert Laddick as our Bob Moore Ford Patriot of the Game. And let us take this opportunity again on this Veterans Day to say thank you to all of those in our listening audience tonight, be it in the stadium, around the state of Oklahoma, or around the world, who have served in our armed forces, proudly protect our country. We thank you so much. Timeout's over. 3rd down and 9. Field goal doesn't do the Mountaineers much good at this point. They are just 1 for 8 on 3rd downs tonight. In motion goes Gallagher. Green back to throw. 5-man rush. They bring a blitz. Pocket collapsing around him. He escapes. He's to the 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds. How did he get out of that?
my goodness.
They had him completely surrounded, and he found the escape hatch over the left side and took it all the way down to the 8.
Yeah, we've got him there, and a little bit too far up the field at defensive end, opens that gap up a little bit too much for him to be able to squeeze out of there, run away from Kip Lewis, who got tugged a little bit there by one of the West Virginia offensive linemen. Had you had eyes on that, you probably could have called it a hold, since it was right there at the point with Garrett Green trying to escape.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. They shift a bunch trips from left to right. Pistol formation. Handoff Donaldson, been at the line of scrimmage and sandwiched down, and he crumpled to the ground like he was injured, Donaldson.
Took a big shot.
He's not getting up either.
Woody Washington came off the edge there and was wrapped around his waist, and I don't know who came across and delivered another big shot, but I thought Woody Washington got the worst of it at first.
Here's a look at the replay. Donaldson still down.
Gets that leg twisted a little bit there as he got spun.
Ethan Downs, Rondell Bothroyd in on it.
Brent Venables was waiting, Teddy, for Kip Lewis to walk over during that timeout. Was not happy with something from the youngster, but as coaches told us, hey, it's teaching moments, it's learning moments. Kip Lewis playing well, but maybe whenever the Green got away from him, something that he needs to see tend to a little bit better.
It was a gain of only 1, so it'll be second and goal from about the 7.5 when play resumes. TV has not gone to a timeout yet. Sooner football brought to you by OU Health. Proud to be Oklahoma's flagship academic health system.
It's also a good moment with Donaldson down. Gabe, you and I, we've talked to Neil Brown before for the Big 12 radio show. Donaldson's dealt with some things. He's had a couple of health issues.
Yeah.
I know they're going to try to get to a TV timeout here. 9:53 to go in the third quarter. C.J. Donaldson helped off the field. Gabe, could we see more of the quarterback run game here with the Sooners up 38-14 and West Virginia second and goal from the 7?
Yeah, certainly. Garrett Green, we just saw it a couple plays ago. He's got speed, but they really haven't gone to that much tonight. So we'll see what they're going for. But Jaheim White has some wiggle for sure. 22 in the game.
He's at running back, second and goal from the 7. In motion, Carter, the wideout. Green's got it, fakes the handoff, rolls right, being chased, lobs end zone, got a man, but he threw it out of the back of the end zone. They're looking for Traylon Ray, but he had to get rid of it so quickly. Kendall Dolby was closing in quickly on Green. It'll be third down.
There's a little sprint pass there, get Green out there on the perimeter and try and run that sail route there to the back quarter of the end zone, and good pressure on the quarterback there and force that errant throw. They had it. Had he delivered the perfect throw, they probably would have got it, but pressure helped us out there.
Mountaineers have picked up a third down on this drive, their first drive of the game. They're 2 for 9, though. 3rd and goal from the 7, 5 wide. Only Green in the backfield. Sooners bring pressure. Green throws quickly. End zone caught. Touchdown, Devin Carter. Green had to get rid of it, found his guy. A 7-yard touchdown strike.
They line us up and empty. We bring pressure off that side and aren't able to affect the throw. Just a throw and catch there. We've got a big wide receiver on a safety. And they like that matchup. Just throw that slant whenever he gets body position. He's a big wideout.
Mountaineers will go for 2 here. They're trying to pull within 16 if they get it, which would make it a 2-score game. Bunch quads to the top. 1 wide out, a tight end to the bottom. Now a man in motion left to right. That's White. He'll set up in the backfield. The running back from the 3. Snap. Green. 2-point conversion try. Throws to the right. Come back. Bobbled. Incomplete. Conversion no good. Intended for Preston Fox. And the score is 38-20.
Nice defense there. They try a little bunch formation and try and run a pivot route like he's going to run to the flat, pivots and comes back inside. Trying to get the defender on the outside and put himself between the defender and the quarterback of the football. But
Kanye Morris, too. Number 13 is now wearing number 66.
They are large.
Winchester dumped his drink on Gabe.
That actually, well, it wasn't a drink. It was a full glass of red wine all over my sweater and pants.
Do not besmirch the hands of the Washington Warrior great James Winchester.
It happened, and it was 5 minutes into dinner.
Are you saying red wine is not a drink? Is that what you're...
Well, I was just saying, it's okay. He spills water.
I got you.
A little different when it's
more expensive the other way. It'll come down at the 1 to Farouk. Up the right side, 10, 15, 20. Has a hole. 25. Oh, he can't keep his feet. Just got his shoestring. He stumbles out just shy of the 30.
Boy, I feel like that's maybe the best we've seen Farouk really commit to a return and turn the gas on. He saw a little bit of an alley that he was going to hit. Had they not clipped his foot, he may have gone.
You're right, Ted. He looked shot out of a cannon on that return.
38-20. Sooners get the ball. They have scored on 6 of 7 possessions tonight. They start at the 29. Handoff. Sawchuk met in the backfield and blasted. No gain this time.
Someone right there at the point of attack got beat by one of those big defensive linemen. It looked like really shut things down before we ever had a chance to get going downhill.
It was Tomi Dorojaye. 2-yard loss back to the 27. 2nd and 12. Gabriel. Handoff again. Over the left side this time. Sawchuk barrels to the 30. Give him the 31. He got 4. It'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down at 8. Sooners have been good on 3rd tonight. They're 6 of 9. 8:38 to go 3rd quarter. They lead 38-20. Gabriel likely to put it in the air here. He's got 4 wideouts. One of them, Stoops in motion, left to right. Gabriel back to pass, 4-man rush. Looks left, now he's collapsed on and sacked. And the Sooners go 3 and out. Jalen Thornton got him. 2nd sack of the night for the Mountaineer defensive line.
Boy, they shut us down those first 2 runs and put us in a position there. Now, they just bring 4 guys. You'd like to see him block this up a little bit better. You know, he's got to get the ball out pretty quickly. The initial surge and then like a late twist there by the defensive line, and we missed a guy. Someone came off and a little miscommunication there, but we're going to get that ball out.
Elzinga to kick. Fox the return man. Snap back. Elzinga. High hanger. Fairly short. Fox up to take it on the run, and he got plastered. Wow. Robert Spears Jennings. Sit down.
I don't even think he was meaning to hit him like that. Sometimes it's hard to know, is a fair catch made or not. He runs up into traffic to make that catch, and Robert Spears Jennings halfway holding off, not sure, what do I do here? And delivers a big shot.
What did the Fox say?
The Fox should have said fair catch.
It was a short punt 34 yards. Obviously, no return. But the Mountaineers have good field position at the 42. And we're going to look at this. I was worried about that.
The previous play is under further review to see if there was targeting or not.
Have you seen a replay, Ted?
I'm standing right behind Robert Spears Jennings. Everyone kind of throws their hands up in disbelief that this is being reviewed.
He doesn't, when I think about targeting, you think launching, contact at the crown of the helmet, head or neck area. I mean, he's pulling up. I know people don't want to hear about the spirit of the rule, but that's not targeting to me. Like, there's no malicious intent there at all from RSJ.
It's going to be called targeting.
Yeah, there was no malicious intent on the goal line in Kansas either.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's an official review brought to you by Noble McIntyre Law. I'm sorry, go ahead, Kim.
No, you just see, you can see him. He makes contact, and he almost like he's trying to keep him up. I mean, he's not launching. He's not trying to decleat him or hurt him or anything like this. These are the targeting calls that I just disagree with.
It's really hard because whenever you see the catch made, you can see the helmets are level. But as he continues forward, the runner squats down. And as he squats down, it's almost a natural thing.
After further review, there is no foul for targeting.
Oh, wow.
First down, West Virginia.
Wow. What happened?
I'm sorry. I just briefly passed out in the booth. Holy cow.
I think it goes back to kind of what we were. He's not like launching or delivering a hit. Like he was unsure. I don't know. I've been so disappointed so many times on that type of call that I almost always feel like it's gonna happen.
A stunner. From the 42, Mountaineers 1st and 10, pistol formation. White the back, they hand it to him. Met at the line, drags forward for 1.5. Call it 2nd and 8. Jaheim White, Jaron Kanik the tackle.
Pretty nice there. This is a 2-yard gain. We're just a little too soft at the point of attack, and it almost feels like we're unsure of our fits. Like when they run a power play like that, we should be coming downhill physical on those blockers, on those pullers, creating a wall at the line of scrimmage. And it's just, I know it's nitpicking, but those yards matter. We're just too soft right there at the initial point.
No sacks again tonight for OU. They do have 5 tackles for loss. 2nd and 8. Fake handoff. Back to pass play action. Green looks deep. Steps up. Going to throw late. Far sideline. Flag down incomplete. He threw it over Traylon Ray. Flag is down in the backfield. What do you got, Gabe?
It is going to be a 15-yard penalty on Jaheim White for cutting a player below the waist while he is engaged
Personal foul
with an offensive line.
Chop block. Offense number 22. 15-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Good Gabe Ikard.
That SEC chant really got to these officials.
Turned things around, didn't it?
Shout out to the crowd for affecting the football game. We're in the refs' heads.
That backs it up to the 29. It makes it 2nd and 25. Or excuse me, 2nd and 23. Justin Johnson in at running back. First time we've seen the junior from St. Louis tonight. Ball is on the Mountaineer 29. They got to get all the way to the OU 48 for a first.
Screen down, quarterback draw down.
Green to throw. Deep across the middle, looking for the seam route, and he had a man, but he threw it behind him. E.J. Horton reached back, but he couldn't make the Drake Stoops reach back catch. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, we're in coverage there. Stutzman does a good job sinking into that spot and affecting that throw. Just got to make sure that we're in contact with those cover downs.
Mountaineers go tempo. Green, flushed left, looks late, throws downfield. It is knocked in the air, intercepted, picked off. Reggie Pearson's got it into Mountaineer territory, and he dives forward past the 45-yard line. The 16th
rush on the quarterback, got him outside the pocket, and great coverage there, affecting that on the point. Deflection, Bowman, and Reggie Pearson. I think this interception saved him from a targeting call because he was lining that receiver up and was going to peel back and destroy him if he caught that football. And that tip went up in the air and made a nice play on it. That's awesome.
That's the first forced turnover tonight for the Oklahoma defense. They came into play tonight, number 2 in the nation in picks. They got one more now. Sooners will start at the plus 43. We are waiting on something here. Head referee Kevin Moore standing in front of Dylan Gabriel. It looks like we got a replay. Nope. They say go for it. So everything is clean. 38-20 OU. 6:27 to go in the third. Gabriel takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. They bring the house. He's flush left. Got to get rid of it. Does. Lobs downfield. Nobody there. He threw it to open grass. Incomplete.
Good job getting outside, breaking, contain, getting outside that tackle box where he can heave it downfield past the line of scrimmage and avoid the intentional grounding call.
Austin Stogner, guys, coming over to the sideline in pain. Looks to be his right shoulder that they're working on. So second time we've seen Stoggs race over towards the sidelines. Looks to be
that
like
Iowa State when he hurt that shoulder on one of those inside zone plays?
When they ran zone insert about 15 times in 2 drives.
Josh Fanuel replaces him, the Cameron transfer. 2nd and 10. It's a handoff. No, it's a throw down the middle. Stoops got it. 25-yard line. Drake to the 22. He's a vacuum cleaner. Drake Stoops, 21 more yards.
Oh, and I love that. Just a hard play action, RPO right there behind. Those backers have to pour it down. You hit that slant in behind.
Handoff, Sawchuk sweeping left. Found a seam to the 20. Stiff arm. You sit down. Flag down 15 to the 10 to the 5. Pushed out of bounds inside the 5. But we've got a flag back in the area of offensive holding.
Holding. Offense number 80. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
I know we got a holding call here, but I got to tell you, I think this is one of the better runs I've seen from Sawchuk. I mean, he is decisive. He makes a violent cut, stiff arms the free player there to get to the edge and get outside and turn up the sideline. A really nice run by Sawchuk. He's starting to feel it.
That was Fanuel called for the hold. By the way, Drake Stoops, one game after a career-high 134 yards in Stillwater, he's got 117 yards tonight. And we're only in the third. Tawi Walker in at running back on 1st and 20 from the 32. Fake handoff. Gabriel rolls left. Looking, throws sideline, incomplete. Didn't have anybody open over there. Nick Anderson in the area. It'll be 2nd down.
Smart play. Just throws it away here. Nick Anderson's covered. Throws it out in front where Noah can make a play on it. Nice, smart play there by Dylan Gabriel.
2nd and 20. We're down to 5:34 to go in the third. Sooners in long field goal range here. Would love to get closer, though. Trips left, one right. Walker the back. He's to the left of DG. Gabriel. Play action. Near side, come back, catch by Anderson. Jaden Gibson. And he spun down after a short gain to the 26. 6-yard pickup. 3rd and long now. The Sooners 6 of 10 on 3rd downs tonight.
Nice right there. And I wish we worked the sidelines a little bit more. Farouk is really good at that, 6 to 8 yard comeback for an easy pickup.
Mountaineers don't get a guy off the field. 12-man free play. Gabriel throws. Got Stoops at the 15-yard line to the 10. He's inside the 10 to the 9. Flag down, but this is 12 men on the field for West Virginia. It'll be 1st and goal. 17 yards to Drake, and that will give him 134.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12 players on the field. The penalties decline. Result of the play is a first down.
That matches his output last week at Oklahoma State. Heads up play there by DG.
I know I've said this before, but I think this is a dumb rule. When you've got a guy that's sprinting as hard as he can to get off the field and is all the way away from the action and doesn't make an attempt to affect the play, I don't think it should be a penalty.
Stack tight ends right, Sawchuk the back. 1st and goal from the 9. Sooners in the Delta Dental red zone. Delta Dental, the state's leading dental benefits provider. Gabriel to throw, does far side end zone. Drake got it again. Stoops. He's unbelievable. Drake Stoops, touchdown.
What a throw throw by Dillon Gabriel. As soon as he let go, I had the perfect angle. I knew it was going to be a touchdown. Just puts it in a beautiful spot. And Drake Stoops, so quick. Just a quick little stutter, breaks to the outside, leaves the DB wondering how in the world you have that much separation. This is a great route. Awesome throw and catch. Good protection.
My favorite part, he scores the touchdown and then stiff arms the guy. That was awesome.
Second touchdown tonight for Drake. Now a career-high 143 yards. Extra point is good. Listen, Drake Stoops has gone from a walk-on to a seldom-used role player to a starter to a star. This kid is a star, ladies and gentlemen. 2 touchdowns tonight, and Oklahoma now leads it 45-20.
Nation, anytime you're in a car, buckle your seatbelt. If you're in a severe car crash, you're 60% more likely to survive if you're buckled in. We need you to cheer on the team this season, so remember, make it home safe, Oklahoma. Buckle your seatbelt. This message for the folks at the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority who bring you that scoring drive. Wow, Gabe Ikard.
This offense is humming tonight. Just love how aggressive they have been pushing the ball down the field. Dillon Gabriel's been very good, and Drake Stoops has been the best player on the field. My goodness, no one can cover that young man right now.
And Toby, as the kick sails into the end zone, West Virginia will start on their own 25-yard line. You can sense, too, when a guy is feeling it, right? When you see a player who's feeling it, watching Drake Stoops on the sideline, watch him interacting with the coaches and the assistants, he's feeling it right now. Love to see this attitude.
Touchback Mountaineers start on the 25. Sooner offense has now scored on 7 of 9 possessions tonight. They lead it 45-20. Green, who threw a pick last possession, sends White in motion. He'll run it himself. Green stacked up in the backfield, spins to get away. He can't. Jaron Canick jumped on his back. It's a 5-yard loss.
Really nice job by Canick. Awesome to see him come in the game and get a great opportunity here, and he makes a decisive play. As soon as he IDs what it is, he comes downhill in a hurry.
Second and 15, back at the 20. They go compact 5 wide. Now they shift. 5 offensive players shift into the pistol. Green waiting for the snap. He's got it. Handoff White up the middle. Has a hole. Watch out. 30. Bounced outside. Tackled from behind out near the first down marker. It's a 15-yard run out to the 35. First down.
And it looked like on the second level, we just got kind of caught stagnant, end up right down the middle of some guys instead of getting to an edge and getting in a gap. You know, Stutzman, I think, wasn't sure where to fit. One of those climbing inside offensive linemen just got square up on him and he couldn't make a play.
3:22 to go, third quarter. First and 10, West Virginia at the 35. Pistol look again. Mountaineers taking their time here. Sooners bring a blitz. It's a handoff to White. Runs left, runs right into Anthracite. No gain. 1-yard loss.
What a great job by Canick. He comes on a blitz. And physical, they pull a guard, and he just hits that hole on the back block with the center, knocks him to the ground, fights through, and makes a play on the back for another tackle for loss. We're close to it.
That's a loss, 1-yard loss. Tackle for loss numbers back tonight. They disappeared for a couple of weeks. Sooners now up to 7 tonight. Second and 11. Tight end shifts from right to left. Sooners showing pressure. They bring it underneath screen, incomplete. Ball rolling around on the ground, but it's an incomplete pass. Green was backpedaling because Canick came through at him. And he just threw the screen to Traylon Ray a little too far out in front of him.
Peyton Bowen was in a nice position. He somehow slipped between the tight end and that left tackle that was getting out there to try and block him and would have made the play on it.
3rd and 11, which matches what West Virginia has done tonight. They're 3 of 11 on third downs. 2:18 to go in the quarter. Sooner defense trying to get the ball back for their red-hot offense. They shift up front. Wide receiver Devin Carter in motion left to right. Green back to pass. 4-man rush. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete. Kendall Dolby lit him up. He was seeing green. Bam!
Love this play call. Green and the West Virginia offense have no idea where this is coming from. Guard just gets caught looking inside at one of the backers or one of the defensive linemen on the other side, and he comes through scot-free, delivers a big shot, knocks that ball flying into the air whenever Green got hit. Awesome.
Back is free releasing. You have to take the most dangerous 5 as an offensive line. They did not.
Here's the punt. It's an Aussie. Shocker. Fair catch called for by Freeman. Takes it backpedaling at the 20. And the Sooners will start there with 2:06 to go in the third. University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Nashburg, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Boomerang Diner, Schwab Meat, and Uber Eats. 45-20. Can the Sooners hang half 100 on them in 3 quarters tonight? They'll start at the 19 after a 47-yard Mountaineer punt. Dalen Smothers, the freshman running back from North Carolina, in the game as a slot receiver. Sooners 5 wide. Gabriel runs it himself. Left side 20. 25. Banks sideways out around the 28. Got 9.
Nifty little draw play there. You keep the running back out. You motion the tight end across. Make it look like you're going to throw a little tunnel screen on the outside, and you hit the draw up the middle for a nice gain.
Gabriel closing in on 400 all-purpose yards tonight. Handoff Smothers, runs right, first down across the 30. Moving the pile out to the 33. The freshman got 5. First downs brought to you by Paycom. Score big by letting employees do their own payroll. Learn more at paycom.com.
And nice play there. West Virginia defended that pretty good, but leg drive and extra effort by the offensive line there, pushing that forward for the first down.
Smothers only 9 carries on the season coming into play tonight. Make it 11. Or make it 10 after that one now.
Slowing the pace down here quite a bit.
It's awkward, isn't it? When OU's not going fast?
I don't know. What do we do with all this airtime?
Gabriel to throw, slant pattern. That's caught by Stoops again out near the 45-yard line. It's a first down. 12-yard gain by Drake Stoops. Move the chains. His 9th catch tonight.
I'm telling you right now, he is working Aubrey Brooks, the safety.
They go tempo this time. Play action. Gabriel to throw. Looks deep. Throws across the middle. Caught. Mountaineer territory. 40-yard line. Anderson all the way down to the 30. Mountaineers are backpedaling. Sooners have them on the ropes looking for the knockout blow. 25 yards. Now Nick Anderson over 100 yards receiving tonight on what could be, if they wanted to be, the final play of the third quarter. Clock says 15 seconds, but it looks like Oklahoma's going to let it expire here. 4 fingers in the air. Anthracite at night in high gear. We're headed to the final frame of this one. Let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for station ID. This is Sooner football from Learfield.
No reason to take your foot off the gas. I really like the rhythm that this offense is in, and on the defensive side of things, I've been really impressed with the level of physicality from the defensive line at the point of attack. Really good performance through 3 quarters for this team.
First snap, 4th quarter from the 30-yard line. Jet sweep handoff. Farouk running left, turns it up 25 to the 20, 15-yard line. He's to the 10, stumbling inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
Well, he kept his foot on the gas. That safety coming from depth thought that he was going to throttle it down and try and make a move on him, but he didn't. He just kept the foot down and tried to accelerate through there. It was a nice play.
22 yards on the much-hated jet sweep. It'll be first and goal from the 8. 3 wide receivers set. Sawchuk the back. Gabriel's already got 4 touchdown passes tonight. 2 touchdown runs. He looks back at the bench. Play clock at 9. Now they're ready. Asked for the ball from Andrew Rame. He's got it. Handoff Sawchuk. Met at the line of scrimmage. Pushed back. No gain.
Boy, I know Aubrey Burks out there at safety who's been drawing the tough duty on Drake Stoops is thinking, yeah, just keep running the ball on the inside. Because I'm telling you, I looked up at the TV earlier and watched the montage of Drake Stoops tonight, and he has been working him all over the field. Little head fakes and quick moves to the inside or outside.
Second and goal snap. Gabriel to throw. Looks in zone. Throws in zone.
Come on,
Drake
dude.
Stoops,
Come on.
Touchdown. Hat trick. Flag down. He got blasted. And he hangs on. It's a touchdown. And now we got to fight in the end zone.
Swinging.
They're throwing punches in the end zone. After Drake Stoops absorbed a huge shot, his teammates came to his defense. It spilled past the end zone into the Roughnecks, and they've got guns. Drake Stoops up and being helped off the field. His third touchdown catch of the night. Teddy, that was his best one.
Just unbelievable. I can't even... Dylan Gabriel throws it in there. This window, I was watching him the whole time. I thought, well... he's kind of open, but I don't know if Gabriel can get it in there, and he sure threw it, and Drake Stoops fully extended, made that catch. Just incredible.
Gonna have a lengthy meeting for the officials where they're gonna try to sort through everything that happened right there.
After the touchdown,
Oh, yeah, because there's...
personal foul, targeting, defense number 12. The previous play is in the further review.
I just saw the replay. You know, whoever delivered the hit, they all stood over the top of Drake Stoops and they were saying something to him. And I think that's what drew it. And that's what I think angered the rest of the Sooner team.
That's Anthony Wilson called for targeting. Then you mentioned 3 or 4 Mountaineers stood over the top of Drake. I couldn't tell who the Sooner receiver was that came to Drake's defense, but he pushed somebody off, and that kind of started the fight. The problem was the lights went out.
Right.
Because of the touchdown celebration, the lights went out, and so the fight was taking place in the dark, which could make it really interesting for television to figure out who was actually throwing punches, if punches were being thrown here.
Well, I'll tell you, I saw the review or the replay. I don't know if it's a targeting. It almost looks like he hits him with his forearms on the shoulder, but I still haven't been able to fully see if there's helmet-to-helmet contact. It didn't
After
look
further
like
review, there is no foul for targeting. We're going to attempt the extra point.
That's a good call.
I think it's the right call, yeah.
Can I just point out
Now, but there could have been a taunting for sure for standing over the top of him.
Can I just point out how stupid it is to stand over a guy after you just gave up a touchdown
right.
Yeah.
when he's been carving you up all game long? How stupid is that? My goodness.
It's a short review, and apparently they're not going to do anything about the skirmish, which is interesting.
I like it.
McIntyre Law Review. Noble McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs.
The entire medical staff was down here talking to Drake Stoops, and I mean, it appears he has passed any type of protocol. He's fine. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. He was breathing heavy when he came over here on the bench, but he's over here celebrating with his teammates.
There goes the chant again. Extra point is good as Owen Field chants SEC. And now we got more fists being thrown. Same guy, Anthony Wilson, who didn't get the targeting call, started slapping at McCabe Matawyer, who I'm sure went right after him on the extra point.
That's how you police things. And, I'm not sitting up here saying that you go out there and you do something stupid, but whenever you have an opposing team, when you have an opposing team member that hits one of your star players, stands over the top of them, that's how you police it.
We got flags everywhere.
I would like to fully endorse what McCabe Matawyer just did.
Furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Dos Equis knows Oklahoma game day is filled with iconic traditions. The Palace on the Prairie, Boomer Sooner, the Sooner Schooner. The pregame text to your ex for her dad's cable login so you and your buddy can stream the game even though you promised last season you were just about to get your own subscription. Whatever your game day ritual is, make sure you're doing it with a real one. Dos Equis. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023 Dos Equis. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
this is Roy Williams, and you're listening to Oklahoma Football on the Sooner Radio Network.
Sooner Football brought to you by OG&E. We energize life. It is spicy at Norman. Night game, 52-20 Sooners. Drake Stoops, third touchdown catch. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions. Fifth touchdown pass tonight for Dylan Gabriel. He is now one touchdown pass away from moving into the top 10 all-time in college football history in touchdown passes. He now has 120 in his career. 7 total touchdowns tonight for Gabriel. McCabe Matoyer has been ejected after picking up 2 unsportsmanlike penalty calls. So the Sooners will have a new right guard the rest of the night. We do not believe that comes with any sort of forward suspension for next week's game, but we're trying to confirm that. It's the kickoff. Schmidt headed for Fox. Touchback. Mountaineers will start on the 25. This will be the last time OU and West Virginia get together for a while. But, and even though Oklahoma's won all of them in the Big 12 but one, Ted, every time they play, whether it's here or there, it is physical and chippy with these guys.
Well, it is. And
many times it's happened in the pregame.
You know, I'll tell you, I'm happy to see, and I'm not glad that Matoyer got kicked out, and I don't want to see bad stuff, but I do want to see guys come to the defense of their star players when something like that happens.
Man in motion, Gallagher, first snap of the drive. Keeper, Green up the middle, the quarterback out to the 30. 5-yard run on first down for Garrett Green.
That's when they start to get you going laterally with some of those quick motions, like you're going to hit them on the outside and they pull it and run Garrett Green up the middle. It looks like maybe he fell on the football or something. Looks like he may be having a hard time breathing out there right now.
A lot of smoke from those shots of celebration.
Second down and 5 from their own 30-yard line. Green, keeper again, angles left. Cuts it. Oh, hit from behind. Tackled hard. He ran into the back of his own man. Grayson Holton ripped him down from behind. And the offensive lineman that was the lead tackler got rolled up on, Doug Nestor, and he's not up yet.
Yeah, a really good job by Canick. Came up on that keeper and made a good physical hit on the lead blocker there that was pulling around and chased from behind and tackled and rolled him up on the backside. It was a good job by Canick, though, coming up and forcing that play and not letting it open up anymore for space for Green.
It's unfortunate for Nestor. He's just returned off being banged up again. Feel for the young man.
He's up and limping off. Made his 42nd career start tonight, the Virginia Tech transfer, and he's walking off under his own power. That's good.
Ankle rolled to the inside whenever Green got tackled. Green took a shot.
3rd and 3. Mountaineers just 3 of 12 on third tonight. Garrett Green just 10 for 26 passing. We have not seen C.J. Donaldson, their leading rusher, since leaving with an injury earlier this half. 3 wide receivers. Got to get to the 35. Green rolling right. Looking. Pump fakes. Throws late. Threw it into the bench. Incomplete. Threw it away. And the Sooner defense comes up with a 3 and out.
Really nice job. Everyone covered up there. Just tried that little boot. Get him out on the outside. And good pursuit from the inside out.
It was Canick again.
Canick putting the pressure there where he's got to get rid of it. We've got good coverage downfield.
Gavin Freeman back to receive. What will be the 5th punt of the night for the Mountaineers? There's the snap back. He rolls right, boots it, and the punter took a hit. But they wave it off, no penalty, as the kick goes out of bounds. Who ran into him there? Kevin Marr immediately waved off no penalty. There was some contact with the punter.
Well, that's what should happen whenever a punter goes running out of the protected area and kicks it on the run.
You know what? Now that you say that, I think there is some rule. Jeff in the stadium at section 17. He brought the headphones tonight. Ray Anderson in the Italian Alps. Gunny in Porter, Oklahoma. Joe in Del City. Connor in South Florida. Joel in Rogersville, Tennessee. Sooner fans all over the world, thank you for tuning in. We'll share more coming up. Sooners from their own 35 start this drive with a handoff. Sawchuk runs left, and he veers back right to the 38. He got 3.
3 yards on the play to the 38-yard line.
And another Mountaineer hurt. Slow to get up.
Number 13, Hershey McLaurin.
That is Hershey McLaurin. One of the spears, as they call it. Kind of a hybrid nickel linebacker. And a lot of white jerseys on the field tonight.
Looking at his right knee, the West Virginia athletic trainer. I'll say this. I know it was only one snap. But, I mean, even after the snap, you had the officials that were making sure they were still between teams.
He's also removed the ankle tape. He's done for the night. I think Drake is done for the night.
I think this will be Dylan Gabriel's last series, too.
You got Gavin Freeman out there, so maybe he can get some of that, some of the production that Drake was getting at that slot spot.
Well, hopefully he doesn't get misidentified as 12 out there by the West Virginia defense. They may be hunting him.
2nd and 7. Timeout's over. LV Bunkley Shelton also in the game. Shotgun snap. Quick throw out. That's Gavin. Caught it. Has a lead blocker. Runs into the back of him. Got to the 40-yard line. Can't get away from there. He kind of trapped himself over there. A gain of 3.
He had it. He tried to make that move to the outside and ran into the back of the blocker there. If you would have just spiked it downhill right away, I think you would have got some good positive yardage.
Savion Byrd has replaced McCade Matoyer at right guard. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 41. Receiver in motion right to left is Bunkley Shelton. Trips left now. Gabriel to throw. 4-man rush. Steps up in the pocket. Pump fake. He'll run it himself. Angles outside. Has the first down. Lowers his shoulder. Don't do that. And he's tackled at the 48, and he gets up talking noise.
I think now would be a good time to maybe bring in Jackson Arnold.
I kind of love it, guys.
No, I like the attitude. I just don't want him to hurt himself.
I hear you, but he's played with that edge that he was playing before the last 2 weeks tonight. I'm fine with the Tiger being out of the cage.
Late
sub. Mountaineers will match. There's still 10 on the play clock, but they're going to slow roll this. That's okay. The Sooners have 2 if they want to use one. Play clock at 3, at 2, at 1, and now Brent Venables will take his time out. Jamie listening in Central New York State. True to OU, losing in the Caribbean.
Oklahoma, the 2nd of the half. 30 seconds timeout.
From Tin Lizzie's, one of my favorite stores, listening in Fayetteville, Arkansas tonight. Joe in Indiana. Ginny and Sandy in Annapolis, Maryland. The Meltons in Vanceburg, Kentucky. Dan in Hastings, Florida. Wendy in New Braunfels, Texas. Jim in Albany, Georgia. Sooner fans all over the United States and the world, we thank you for tuning in. Next week, fellas, I'm looking forward to going out to Provo, Utah for the first time next week.
It's going to be cool. Interesting. I've never been to Utah. Be a fun little trip out there, scenic, but got to handle business. We got to continue to win out, and let's see what happens in front of us.
Hoping by the end of our post-game broadcast, we know that game time. Play action, throw to Stogner, caught it, wide open field, 35-30. Big man rumbling, 25-20, puts his shoulder down, banged out of bounds around the 18. Austin Stogner.
Nice game. Stogner's, hadn't been targeted a whole lot this year, but he's been a big target tonight. What's that, 4 for him, I think, plus the touchdown?
35-yard gain there. 4 catches tonight for Stogner. 10.5 to play, 52-20. Stogner got his first touchdown of the season tonight. Sooners in the red zone, the Delta Dental red zone. Delta Dental, the state's leading provider of dental benefits. Snap, Gabriel hands it off. That's Sawchuk angling his way to the 10, backing his way to the 8. And we got more pushing and shoving. Sawchuk now nearing 140 yards on the ground tonight.
He's starting to find that rim. He's just dancing in there, skating. A little patience. I think whenever you're young, the first thought at back is hit it as hard as you can. Just pour it downhill. And that's, you could do that sometimes, but often just got to let those offensive linemen work a little bit longer to get to the edges, to come off those double teams and sift to the next level. You can find where that hole's going to end up being. And he looks really good, keeping his shoulders square.
2nd and 1 from the 8. Another handoff. Sawchuk goes down hard. This will be close to a first down. I don't think he quite got there. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, boy, who's that? Rame down?
Mulva the tackle. Yeah, he's up. Andrew Rame a little slow to his feet, but he's up.
Slow to his feet. I think he's got something to say to the official right there. Like maybe he got drugged to the ground, defensive holding or something. I don't know what it was, but he felt something should have been called.
Nearing 9 minutes to go. Owen Field emptying out. We're deep into a Saturday night now. It's been a long football game. They go 5 wides. Need a yard here from the 8-yard line. Gabriel sends Fanuel in motion, takes the snap, going to throw, does, it's incomplete. He was looking for Freeman. Missed him, 4th down.
I think Gabriel, he's going over to Freeman. I don't know if that should have been a slant. Freeman pushed it up and then was working like almost an option route, square in type, but Gabriel's having words with him. That probably should have been a slant right now. As fast as that ball came out.
No reason to kick a field goal here, so they'll go for it on 4th and a yard. Sooners 1 for 1 tonight, 10 for 15 on the year on 4th downs. That's 67%. Need a yard. 8 on the play clock. Trips right, tight end left. Sawchuk moves left of Gabriel. DG runs it himself, bounced it outside, has the first down. He's to the 5 and thrown out there. 1st and goal. That's been their go-to on big, short yardage pickups tonight, Ted, especially inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice little concept, Gabe. It's pin pull with the tackle, quarterback sweep kind of play there. Interesting.
Yeah, I really like it. You're getting an extra hat in the blocking scheme with DG being the runner. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I like how much we've seen them go to the QB run game tonight. Dylan's done a really nice job making the most of those opportunities.
From the 5, Freeman in motion. Gabriel rolls right, wants to throw, does, back of the end zone, incomplete. It was Bunkley Shelton on the back line. A couple of more quick shout-outs here on this Veterans Day. Alyssa and Conley listening at Langley Air Force Base tonight. And retired Air Force Colonel Daniel Clark listening in Niceville, Florida. Thank you to all of you in Sooner Nation that have your ears on tonight. Those we didn't get to, we apologize. But we appreciate each and every one of you. 2nd and goal from the 5. Letting the clock run here a bit, down to 8 minutes to play. DG's got it. He'll run. Cuts to the 5, breaks free, touchdown. What a night. Gabriel. 3 touchdown runs, 5 touchdown passes. That's 8 for 8. Touchdown.
The quarterback power here and blocked really nicely. The formation is the tell. You got Sawchuk moves up to be the lead blocker. Caden Green leads around. You get big wash, and they just wash the whole defensive line down to the left, and Caden Green pulls around, is looking for someone to block. Not a whole lot of white jersey there for him, and Dylan Gabriel just nice little stroll into the end zone.
And you can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. The extra point is good. 59-20 Sooners with 7:59 to go. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Chris Plank, down to you and Gabe.
Let's watch the future.
OU has 14 plays of 20 or more yards tonight. 9 passing plays, 5 rushing plays. most of the season by far. They had 6 rushing plays all year of 20-plus yards coming into tonight. 5 tonight.
Were all those plays Drake Stoops?
Yes, all 14, rushing and passing.
It feels
Seems like it.
Here's the kickoff headed for Fox. He says fair catch this time. Touchback, West Virginia from the 25. Oklahoma Turnpike Authority drive summary, 10 plays, 65 yards. In 437, Dylan Gabriel now 473 total yards of offense tonight. 423 passing. Oklahoma Turnpike Authority make it home safe, Oklahoma.
I have a question, guys. I've had multiple players ask me if 8 touchdowns is a school record.
We'll ask. Nico Marchiol in at quarterback for the Mountaineers. He hands it off to Justin Johnson, who carries right for 6 yards to the 31. Second down and 4.
Remember, Jalen Hurts had 6, I think, in his debut, didn't he?
8 is,
I remember.
8 is so many.
Landry was close there, too.
Pistol formation. It is a handoff up the middle to Johnson. Takes it out to the 38. 33, gain of 2 more. It'll be 3rd and 2.
It was brought down.
Good to see these backers get some work. You know, Kanik has had a couple of really nice plays tonight, and you know, Kip Lewis and Stutzman getting the start there. You know, I think it feels like it's energized Kanik a little bit, and you know, he's just gone out there and said, "I'm going to be decisive. I'm going to play hard. I'm going to play fast and physical." He's looked really good.
3rd and 2. Keeper Marchiol up the middle has the first down. Is still on his feet to the 40. The quarterback bounces outside 45. Runs up the back of his receiver, and he's all the way out to the 47. Marchiol, a redshirt freshman out of Chandler, Arizona. He's 6'1". He was the Arizona Gatorade Player of the Year his senior year in high school, and a 3-time wrestling state champion.
Don't get too excited, Ted.
No one wrestles in Arizona. It's easy to win state out there.
He is one of their highest recruits they've ever landed. They're excited about him.
Pistol formation from their own 47. Handoff Johnson. Angles left, found a hole, bounced it outside into Sooner territory. Got 5.
Reggie Pearson's coming up from depth there on the edge to make that play. It just leaves too much space. Gets a head nod to the outside and throttles down and creates that seam on the inside. But good job, pursuit inside out to mitigate the damage there.
Ted, I'm glad we haven't seen a lot of Johnson tonight. Getting ready for this game, watching him on tape. He's got some twitch to him.
He does.
I got an answer for you, Gabe, after this play. 2nd down and 5 from the Mountaineer, or the Sooner 48. Keeper Marchiol should have gave. He's swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. It is the new school record. The previous record, Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield both had 7 total touchdowns in a game. Dylan Gabriel tonight with 8 total touchdowns, a new school record.
Pretty good.
3rd and 9, Mountaineers. Back to pass Marchiol. He's a lefty. Flushed left, throws to the back, and he can't hang on. Tried to make a bobbling catch going down the sidelines. It'll be 4th down.
Led him a little bit too much. Well, good job putting pressure there. Getting to the quarterback, started to make some moves up front and put the pressure there and forced. And you know, honestly, it's been pretty good all day. We forced Garrett Green into some poor throws there with the pursuit from the inside out once he was flushed from the pocket. He's done a lot of damage to teams getting outside the pocket, creating some time and space to let his receivers go to work downfield. And for the most part, we didn't let him do that tonight.
I have more info on that school record here in a second. Fair catch called for on the punt. Freeman inside his 10, fields at about the 8. Sooners will start there with still 4:48 to go. Baker's 7 touchdown game. Any guesses?
Tulsa?
No?
Yeah, Texas Tech.
That's right.
Eddie's
Worst
favorite
game
game
ever played.
The 2016 ignominious Texas Tech game in Lubbock. Kyle Taylor's 7 touchdowns came against Baylor in 2018. He had 6 passing, 1 rushing. Baker's 7 were all passes. Gabriel tonight, 5 touchdown passes, 3 touchdown runs. And it will be Davis Bevel instead of Jackson Arnold, which probably answers a question, fellas.
Yeah.
This means, doesn't it, that they're trying to protect the red shirt of Jackson Arnold?
I think so.
Snap to Bevel. He'll run it left. He's to the 10, to the 11. It's a gain of 3. And Dennis Stats Kelly's favorite player is into the game. 2nd and 7.
I like it to just run quarterback power over to the left side. It's a big dude running the football.
2nd and 7.
The rule is, right, fellas, you're allowed in 4 games.
That's correct.
And you preserve your red shirt. And Jackson Arnold has appeared in 4 games this year. So this seems to me to be an obvious show here by Brent Venables that they would like to protect the red shirt of Jackson Arnold the rest of the year. There's a handoff. Bouncing left. Smothers got a couple. Out to the 13. Now, does that include the bowl game? It does, right?
You can play in the bowl game. The bowl game does not count.
Okay, so he won't lose his red shirt if he plays in the bowl game.
Correct. That is my understanding of the rule.
I do think they changed that recently, right, Gabe?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's because of the opt-out stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you get so many opt-outs now, and to keep those games interesting and everything. I think that's a good rule.
3rd and 6 from the 12. Bevel runs it right side. Got maybe 1. We're down to 3:10 to play. Clock runs. It is now an intimate gathering here at Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium as most of the faithful have headed for their cars with a victory in tow. Sooners are going to pick up number 8 of the year, number 5 in conference play, and things tightened up today. The Kansas loss and the Oklahoma State loss helped out the effort. Looks like that Texas is going to win. We'll check on that score here in a bit, but they had a nice lead.
Yeah, TCU kept it close early in that football game, but last I saw, Texas had separated quite a bit.
Timeout, West Virginia. 30-second timeout.
It's 29-13 Texas with 8 minutes to play in Fort Worth. Georgia fell behind early, but they dispensed of all drama. They win over Ole Miss tonight, 52-17.
Yeah, Georgia is. They just kind of meandered along early in the season because their schedule didn't offer a whole bunch of challenges for them, but for the few opportunities where someone's been in front of them that has a nice little number next to the name, they have shown up in a huge way. They've got one of the better offenses. They don't get any credit for their offense because of how good their defense is, and that's what they're known for. But Carson Beck and that offense for Georgia are really good.
Elzinga's punt. High, wobbly. Fox up to take it at the 50. No fair catch. Tackled at the Sooner 45 by Jacoby Johnson. And the Mountaineers with 2:26 to go will take over there. Let's see if they have any intention of trying to do something. By the way, we don't know the BYU kickoff time yet. Again, we hope to have it before we go off postgame. It could be late, like they're playing tonight at 9:15 Central Time, 8:15 in Provo. The other end of the spectrum is a possibility, too. A 10 a.m. local Provo kickoff time is a possibility, by the way, which would be interesting. I don't think I know we haven't ever kicked one at 10 in Provo. Back to pass. They're going to try to make something happen here. Marchiol rolls left, throws late downfield, incomplete.
Can we just run the football and go home? What are we doing?
And then also just thinking about 10 a.m. kick local
Sign
time.
me up for the 10 a.m.er, by the way.
I'd like that. I don't want to worry about going there at night.
That would be 10 a.m. Provo, 11 a.m. here in Norman. That's not the game time, folks. I'm just saying that's
Possibility.
a possibility. We don't know the game time yet. Late's possible. Early's possible. It will be, or the forecast calls for it to be cold and potentially rainy next week, by the way. From the 44 in Sooner territory, Marchiol swing pass incomplete off the hands of Horton. 2:15 to play. It'll be third down. I know there are quite a few Sooner fans I've heard from that was the game this year they wanted to go to on the road. I think we'll have a very nice contingent out there in Utah. Beautiful setting. One of the most beautiful in college football.
Have you been there?
I have not. I've been to the
Then how do you know it's one of the most beautiful?
Because I've seen pictures.
Oh.
Yeah. Handoff up the middle. That's White to the 35-yard line. That'll be a yard shy of the first. 4th and 1. BYU playing right now against Iowa State. Iowa State leads 10-7 in that one. Where are they? Into the first? They're going to go for it. Minute 50 to play. 4th and 1. Sooners lead 59-20. Yeah, the headphones came back here with a minute. Nope, there they went away again. Under center, Marchiol. White deep. Marchiol, handoff White, runs left, first down, cuts it up to the 30. Tackled there. And the clock runs. We're down to 1:25 to play. They'll spot it at the 28.
Hopefully we preserve this 20 points right here. That's below our average right now, isn't it? For points per game defensively.
Back to pass, Marchiol. Looking in zone, far side.
Nice.
Intercepted. Was that Jacoby Johnson? The Mustang kid got him.
An interception.
What a play. Jacoby Johnson on the far sideline with the pick. Second interception of the night for OU. That's 17 on the year.
He goes down, makes a nice tackle on the punt play previously, then stays out on defense and makes a nice interception. He's going to be a really good player. He is got some nice size. He's physical. He can run. Really athletic.
1:05 to play. Gabe Ikard down there begging him to throw it to Drake Stoops deep.
Why not?
Open it up.
Looks like instead they're going to take a knee. Snap to Davis Bevel. He'll hit a knee, and they'll have to do it one more time. Impressive all around tonight, Ted.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we got off to that good start. Now, defensively, that opening drive, West Virginia went down the field on us, but offensively, right from the get-go, we're pouring it on. Running game was working. Dylan Gabriel was on the money in the passing game. Thought the offensive line played really well for the most part. Defense, we end up forcing a couple of turnovers there. We're made it hard for Garrett Green whenever we forced them into some positions where we knew they're going to throw the ball. Did a really good job.
Bevel takes another knee. Still 20 seconds on the clock, but that's all they have to do as Brent Venables in his military green pullover runs across the field to shake hands with Neil Brown. Our teams come together to shake hands. Clock says 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Win column, Sooners. Game over. Final score on a Saturday night in Norman. It was Oklahoma 59 and West Virginia 20. The postgame show is next. This is Sooner football from Learfield.